Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to your favorite podcast.
The Pals Podcast.
George, welcome back to the intros.
Thanks, man.
You had a couple weeks off.
Yeah, feeling lazy. Need a break.
That's okay.
Jokes.
Well, if you are new to the podcast, we thank you and welcome. Alyssa was a great guest. So if you're new, please subscribe, like, share, all those fun things. And if you're one of the returning listeners, then we appreciate you and thank you for your continued support. Georgie, why don't you get into this one?
Oh, okay. Well, we had the lovely Alyssa Boston on, former Miss Universe Canada 2019. Honestly, terrific, great episode. We talked about a lot of the beauty pageants. Beauty pageant? Miss Universe pageant? Talked about
No,
the
we can't say
circuit.
beauty pageant.
Yeah, we talked about the whole circuit, what it's like, why it's different in Canada and the US, what her experience was like. Really enjoyed this one. Alyssa, thanks for being such a great guest.
Yeah, we also talked about a little bit of 2021 Miss Universe, which is happening
Big
May
predictions.
16th or 17th. So definitely tune in, see what Alyssa thinks. Maybe Miss Canada 2021 has a chance at winning. You never know. So Alyssa, thank you for coming on. Thanks for being one of the pals. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our presenting sponsors.
Yeah, it was a blast. We want to give a shout out to a new sponsor and supporter of the Pals Podcast. Just a terrific company. My pal, what do you got in your hand over there? Damn, that sounds nice. We put a few of these back yesterday, I think.
Oh yeah, we were crushing a couple of them. We'd like to give a shout out, and this is one of our new presenting sponsors, Kingsville Brewery. We've been drinking the Light A Lager, and it's refreshing, light, premium, and it's a perfect drink to have with your pals on the cottage, in the studio, wherever you are. It's all natural, clean ingredients, award-winning Canadian beer. They're available at your local LCBO, beer stores, grocery stores, and some of the best beer we've had. And big shout out to them because they even gave us this nice red fridge you'll see in our studio on YouTube. So check them out at www.kingsvillebrewery.com or on socials at Kingsville Brewery.
Yeah, love it. That fridge is fantastic. Kingsville, thank you so much, guys. It makes it very easy for me to grab a nice, refreshing Kingsville Canadian beer, literally right next to the couch. So appreciate that. And guys, as someone who's not the biggest beer drinker, I can tell you that these are honestly, the beer's incredible. We love partnering with people who we believe in their brand, believe in their product, and I can tell you Kingsville makes a quality beer. I really enjoy it. Like I said, I had a few of them yesterday for St. Patty's. So thanks, Kingsville. We appreciate the partnership. And yeah, guys, go check them out at LCBO and pick up a pack today.
And yeah, only 130 calories per pint.
Oof, you know, I could afford to lay off the calories too. So
Heck
thanks
yeah.
again, Kingsville. Appreciate that. Guys, I want to give another shout out to our baby, our project, our new platform, Cast. For those who are not aware, Cast is a new social media platform, and it's the first social voting platform of its kind. We are on a mission to remove the friction to participate in online conversations, and what that means is we want to create a place for people to be honest, authentic, curious, genuine, and just be themselves online. We want to remove that fear of judgment and reprisal, and create a curious community of people that can ask questions, give answers, have healthy discourse, and all of the important things in life that help stimulate conversation and communication. So right now we are in open beta. It's a super exciting time. We just launched the website, so you can now download it from our website, from our social channels, wherever you need to get it. You can go to joincast.co or joincast.co on any social media platform and download the app today. We're live on Android now and on iOS. And hopefully soon our full web platform will be up. But yeah, get to our website, www.joincast.co, to download today. We love you all. Thank you for the support so far.
And one last sponsor, last but not least, our good friends over at RFP Design. If you haven't been watching on YouTube, we actually have a brand new, sleek, sexy looking new couch in the studio. It's become a staple of our studio now, and it's gorgeous. And it's from our good friends over at RFP Design. Reliable, innovative, skilled. This is your custom furniture experience transformed. They turn visions into requests into reality. We've known Andrew Moretti and his team for many years now, and we finally got a chance to work with them. And the whole process was seamless. From designing the couch to picking the fabric to the delivery and installation, everything, it was just super easy and convenient. They made our job super honestly super easy. So if you're looking for any new furniture or looking for any custom projects, reach out to them at www.rfpdesign.com and let them know that the pals sent you. You won't get a discount, but just let them know we sent you anyways, just for fun.
Hey, throw them a discount, Andrew.
There we go.
Come on.
For the pals. But Georgie.
LFG, baby.
Let's go.
Oh, you're not wearing Crocs today. Good for you.
I kept my boots on because I tied them today.
Oh.
I didn't want to untie them. That's it. My Crocs are right beside you, actually.
Honestly, you look,
I should never look at the camera.
look like a real weirdo
Nah,
with those Crocs on that Mother's Day one. Your feet were like this. They're crossed. You look so odd. What the hell?
I never even looked at it. It is weird when we haven't recorded in a couple days and we're back in here.
Man, we recorded with our moms the other day in here, and I didn't even remember how to do a podcast. We haven't been in person in so long. I felt it was weird. I didn't even know what questions to ask anymore. I felt like I hadn't podcasted in forever.
Well, it's a good thing we have a person who's been on a couple podcasts.
Hi.
Welcome, Alyssa.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're great.
We're doing great. Let me see how the sound is. I'm trying to peek because you are a little bit quieter.
I'll
You're good.
talk loud.
You gotta talk very loud, Alyssa.
Okay.
Well, welcome.
Do you want to?
Thanks for having me.
This is our first celebrity champion. How would you classify it? Did they come in the studio?
Our first pageant winner.
Yeah, our first big time pageant winner. But we haven't. Who's been in the studio would have had a higher claim to something. You know what I mean? Like an accolade.
Olympians been in?
But
not in the studio. Not in this studio.
Not in this studio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one actually.
So nobody can say they're the best at Canada at something. It has been in the studio, I think, except for you.
Well, I'm happy I'm the first.
And that title would be
Miss Universe Canada 2019.
Woo! That's crazy.
Honestly,
congratulations.
Thank you.
That's really cool. And also that signature is sick.
MUC.
MUC, I didn't even know what that meant. I was like,
That's okay.
MUC.
You're not a pageant guy.
Yeah, exactly. My brain is also not working today.
It took me a little while to figure it out too when I saw it. I was
Yeah.
like, what's that? MUC makeup champion? MUA?
Yeah.
Makeup artist, right?
Yeah.
That's not MU. But Miss
MUA,
Universe
yeah,
Canada.
makeup. I couldn't figure that acronym out.
I feel like I say it so much that I just assume everyone knows what it is, but they don't.
Do you put it in your Instagram or LinkedIn, like people put PhD or masters?
No, I should though.
You should. That'd be sick.
I always write it out.
You have Miss Universe Canada in your
Yeah.
That's
But
you should
just
post.
so people know what it is, because once again, pageants aren't big in Canada, so
Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy to think that they're not, because you go in the States, Miss Universe, the whole show production is massive. Miss Universe USA is a legit A-list celebrity in the States.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy because I feel like their production is done so well, and they always have celebrity hosts or performances, and it's televised. So here in Canada, ours isn't televised, so that's probably why it doesn't get as much.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there a
It
reason?
used to be back in the day, I think, but
Is there a reason?
I think that Canada when the feminist movement happened, they kind of went away from pageants and thought they were sexist and stuff like that. So it never really got back. I think it's been like that since 2003 or 4.
Really?
Yeah. So they've never really come back from that. And I feel like the States do a really good job because they start at such a young age too, but not in Canada.
Pageants is a huge industry down there.
Do we have mini pageants in Canada? Was that
Little Miss whatever or
no,
something?
but there was that reality show with Mama Dukes or whatever. And she had the little baby.
Honey Boo Boo.
Honey Boo Boo.
Oh, yeah.
She was a little pageant
Dude,
star.
that kid was hilarious.
Right? Honey Boo Boo was a little pageant star.
Yeah.
That's what she did, right?
Yeah, but do
Do we have that in Canada for little kids?
We have Miss Teen Canada. That starts at 14.
We don't
But
have little teen
not-
bopper pageants.
Not that I've heard of.
It's so interesting how different it is, right? I can understand the optics of how it's maybe viewed I guess as feminist, but isn't it also I don't know, is it viewed that way? Is it not embracing
it should be
beauty
a celebration
and talent
of women's
and
beauty?
Yeah, it just used to be so much more about looks than it
Yeah.
is now. So I think people kind of tore away from it because it was so much about looks, but now it's not really at all.
Okay.
That I think they should kind of get more involved. But to me in Canada, I feel like we don't do any entertainment side well. In order to make it like Justin Bieber, you have to make it in the States. You
True.
can't really make it here to be maybe the highest level you want to be. So I feel like we do a lot of things like that. Even with the Olympics, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they get paid, right? Or they didn't.
I think they get a
Our
little
Olympians,
bit.
yeah, they get sponsored.
They get sponsored, but I think I paid a little bit of a government. If you, I don't know, maybe if you win, you get some kind of bonus from We should look this up.
How have we
But-
not asked
but-
any of our Olympians that?
'Cause I always heard like they go on
can I say
Dragon's Den. The skiers I think went on Dragon's Den to ask for help because they don't.
So
You don't get paid a lot.
They-
I know, like in America, like I think, well, most countries, Olympics is a big deal for a lot of countries, right? Like
Yeah,
a lot of
it's
small nations. China, Russia, consider like a very like they like literally, I don't want to say harvest kids, but they pick kids out when they're like 5 to shape them to become the Olympic champions. But yeah, they don't like it's not. I don't think it's as praised as much as like you don't get compensated as much, and you don't get praised as much in Canada. Like Penny Oleksiak, Donovan Bailey, huge household names. But I mean, you go to the States, like the Olympians, they're massive.
Yeah.
I hate judging people on this, but like even if you just look at followers on Instagram, the gold medalists in the States have literally millions of followers. You know, millions. You look at the ones here, it's like maybe like 10, 15, 20,000.
Which I agree with, but it's also the
Like their celebrity status.
but
for
there's so many
Canadian-
more people in the States.
Yeah, but
So,
still, it's like, you know, has a like you should be a celebrity status if you are the greatest in your profession.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I agree.
Donovan Bailey, again, arguably he was one of the greatest. He was the greatest runner of the late 90s, early 2000s. And, you know, his celebrity status is like nothing now.
Yeah.
You know, even like Alyssa yourself, like, you're not verified on Instagram, which is mind blowing to me.
Thanks for reminding me.
But like, it's crazy. Like, if I'm Miss Universe Canada, like the business there, I'd be like, all my girls, they got to get verified instantly.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy too because when you get drafted to the NHL, everybody gets verified just for being
Instantly.
drafted. They don't even have to play a game.
Yeah,
Where it's
I
like
didn't know that.
technically every girl that competes at Miss Canada should technically be verified, and then the winner would obviously
Should happen for
Well,
anything that you're.
Well, I wouldn't say competing because it's easy to compete.
well,
in
it's
Miss
easy to.
Universe.
Well, it's not easy to get drafted,
Exactly.
but
But if you
kind
win
of.
Miss, if anybody that goes to Miss Universe should be verified instantly.
Yeah,
But I feel like
100%.
Miss Universe should even take control of that too, like to help.
I'm gonna write your peoples.
Okay.
They
I'm gonna send them a
But
letter.
no,
them
it's
a note.
true though. Like at that point too, it's like I think what they say for verification for social media, from what I understand, is like people you can apply if you have like if you don't want your like celebrity likeness to be copied or you're a person of like whatever they use to classify it, which is so interesting because somebody like in that position, like a lot of what I'm guessing actually, or let me ask, not guess. Wouldn't a lot of what you do, you said it's not just about looks, it's about a lot of other things that play a factor, but like your persona is part of what helps you like, I guess, win. So
Yeah.
wouldn't it be important to make sure you protect that image and like make sure there's nobody
Yeah, and I
don't think
think
counts
for
kind
the
of thing, or-
for the most part, every girl does get it, and in other countries, you're one of the biggest celebrities in your country, so right away it like happens instantly. But for us, it takes a long time. I
Yeah,
would say the last 3 girls who competed before me didn't get verified till like months after Miss Universe. But Nova, who's the current Miss Canada, she just got verified before she got to Miss Universe. So it's
They're
all
hating on you, eh?
Yeah,
They are,
only
right?
me. I know.
Instagram, what in the hell is wrong with you?
So
you have Miss
mean.
Universe Canada 2019. How dare you?
They don't like-
Despicable.
they skip my ear. They don't like my ear.
Well,
But-
let's rewind. I want to rewind a bit because
Yeah, one thing I want to add. So Canadian athletes can apply to a fund. Canadian Olympic athletes can apply to a fund to get up to $12,000 a year from the Canada government.
so
Like-
What a
$12,000 a
joke.
year
That's
is $1,000
terrible.
a month.
What a joke.
To be the
top
best.
top
Yeah.
level athletes receive $1,700 a month from Sport Canada to live on. Imagine that.
Well, you can't make money for being the best.
So you
at
can
do.
work hard to be the best at
Yeah.
something,
Pay
or
rent.
or you can go to McDonald's
Yeah.
and work and make more money.
Yeah.
No, nothing's McDonald's. I love McDonald's, but
Same.
like that is crazy. Like I don't know. Canada's really fascinating. Like we don't do when it comes to sport and competition. It's like I feel like it's Canada. We talked about this with like our moms about like how people are getting like coddled and soft, but like
Yeah.
we don't do sports. We don't do sports scholarships.
No.
We don't do like beauty pageants don't get televised. Olympic athletes
get
get
paid
12,000. Like that's actually insane.
Yeah.
So people who are like striving to compete for something, to be the best at something, are not compensated for all the hard work, time, and effort you put into it. That's pretty weird. That's a weird
It's
concept.
crazy, yeah.
It's like you should work. So they tell you in school, work hard in life because life doesn't give you handouts and all that stuff. But in the real world, if you work hard, you can get compensated for your hard work. Best guys, best bankers, best doctors, best
Yeah.
anything. Like the better you are, the more you're compensated to show, hey, you're this good. Your service is demanded this much. Here's money for your services.
Technically, not even with doctors actually and teachers.
I guess you're right because like the healthcare perspective here is a little bit different,
right?
But it's really interesting that like I don't know. You shouldn't. So then you shouldn't. Is that setting a bad example?
Yeah,
you
you
shouldn't
should-
try in
yeah.
life. You shouldn't want to be the best at
Just
something.
be very mediocre. You're gonna get paid the same amount as the people who are the best.
Yeah.
Well, it's everyone used to ask me like why I would even compete in pageants because you don't get anything out of it.
Yeah.
But it's like a weird thing where it's like once you're passionate about something, you just want to be the best at it. And I obviously didn't do it to be famous or whatever. I just really wanted to go to Miss Universe. So
yeah, that's a good point. Why did tell us?
Let's tell the whole story.
Yeah,
rewind.
Why did you? What drew you to it? Like,
give us everything from the beginning.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I was a hockey player for 10 years. I was a goaltender, and I always
goaltender.
Goalie, yeah.
Would not have guessed.
Yeah,
Who would have thought?
I was pretty good.
Really?
I actually was at one point, but then I just kind of lost interest in it. But my biggest
did the interest coincide with like puberty or no?
Probably.
Because mine did. So my hockey career and my puberty.
Wait, what?
My hockey career and my puberty levels coincided. My interest.
So
in
you
hockey,
realize you like girls more than hockey?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I feel like I became girly.
So for those who don't know, I was a very good goalie when I was like
no big deal
8 through 10.
Humble brag.
So yeah, I picked up. I played
That wasn't
hockey.
even a humble brag. That was a full brag.
So when I was like, I started playing hockey when I was 3. I was a player. Then I switched to goalie when I was maybe 6, and instantly I was good. Instantly, first game I ever played was championship and house league, and we won. So then the next year, without any
not a team effort, just
no, yeah, it's all Ricky.
I'm gonna tell you. Then the next year I went to select. I never played goalie other than that one championship game. Became really good at it in 1 year. Then I played after select. I went up a year and I played double A. Up a year. So I started off as like the not as good goalie, but instantly just again became really good. Following year was our first AAA year. I got scouted by the top 3 organizations in Toronto: the Nats, the Red Wings, and the Marlies. And I chose the Nats because I thought this guy Anthony Niagara was the best hockey player I've ever seen in my life.
I remember that guy.
Anthony Niagara, yeah,
Didn't he play for the
Alessia Rotino?
Oh, that's the guy who plays hockey in Europe.
Yeah, so he was the best hockey player I've ever seen at my time. I'm like, this guy is the best. I'm gonna go play with him. And me and Churchy played together. So I went to go play there. I was still good. Our team didn't do that well, and then the following year I stayed there. I got scouted again. I stayed with my same team again. We sucked. Third year, again, I was still good, stayed with my team. The following year, I went to the Marlies, the best organization in Toronto.
That's where Tavares played, right?
Yeah. Historically, it's the best organization in Toronto. And I turned 13 that year. Balls dropped, grew some hair under my armpits, realized I like girls. Worst year of my hockey career.
Direct correlation.
After that year, wasn't scouted by the top teams anymore. Had to go back to my old team. From there, it was straight downhill.
That's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. My hockey career and my puberty are very... You can ask my parents. I had hockey games on Friday nights, and I'd be like, Mom, I don't want to go to hockey. I want to hang out with my friends tonight. They're having a sleepover party.
I don't know if I like know my story that well, but I feel like I always like boys, and like obviously hockey, there's so many hockey guys, so I feel like they would always come to our games after, like we'd always play around the same time. So yeah. I think I always liked boys when I played hockey, but as I got older, I just lost interest. I got injured a lot too. Obviously I didn't have very many muscles when I played, so it was a mess anyway, so I always dreamt of playing for Team Canada for the Olympics, but obviously that dream ended. So I think like I always had something in me where I wanted to be the best at whatever I did. Anyway, so during that time I was like a big auditioner. I loved being in front of the audience or getting attention always. So my mom would bring me to different different auditions where I would have to sing. Terrible singer. The worst singer you've ever heard. And I used to practice in my basement.
I would disagree. Ricky's pretty fucking bad.
Really?
Have you? Oh, you haven't. Yeah, you would not have known Ricky.
Listen, next time you're in Toronto, I'll take you to karaoke with me.
It's bad. Ricky's bad.
But I got heart. I have heart.
Should I really want to play? I can do. Well, I'm gonna look this up while you're doing. I'm gonna play people an audio clip of you singing Andrea Bocelli.
Oh,
that's embarrassing.
I'm listening, but no, can you continue? I want to play. I've never done this before.
Yeah, I just love to audition and try, because you never know if you're gonna get it. And every time I never got the audition or never got the part, and my mom would act surprised every time. She's like, "Oh no, maybe next time." And
is she your biggest supporter?
Yeah, they both are. My parents. Yeah, they're so cute. But my dad, the running joke in my family is my singing career. And every time my dad pays for anything, he'll be like, "Remember when I paid for all those singing lessons?" I'm like, "Yes, thanks for reminding me." So
your dad looks back like, what a waste of money.
Oh, every time. Anyway, so we, that's kind of how it started. So I always wanted to be in front of people, and even as a hockey player.
So sorry, the singing auditions were, how old were you roughly?
Pretty old, to be honest.
Like we're like 18-ish?
No. Probably like 15 to 17,
I
would say. Then
so you're still trying to live your like Christina Aguilera moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I could sing like her. Yeah, I just love being a performer. I think that's why I chose to be a goalie, because I always liked the center of attention. Yeah.
Fair enough.
And then like,
this.
yeah.
Fuck.
And that's kind of how it started. And then I just, after hockey, I decided to do cheerleading and gymnastics, and I wasn't good at anything. And then dance. I danced.
You weren't good at anything?
No, I was just like, I was too tall to be a flyer, like the girls said.
Okay.
But I was too weak to lift anybody. So it just like it never worked out. Then I was a dancer. I was like, okay, maybe I'll be a backup dancer. I want to tour with like, Justin Bieber, whatever. Wasn't that good at dance either. So I'm like, okay, this is not working out.
Okay, can't sing, can't dance. What else can I do?
What else can I do in front of people?
Pageants.
Don't really need a talent. So I'm like, hey, this is my calling. Perfect. So I did my first pageant when I was 17, and I didn't place.
What pageant was this?
Miss Tecumseh. So it's just like a little corn fest, small. Yeah, a corn fest pageant. Okay. It was actually a pretty big audience, but all my friends came to watch. Oh my God, it was a train wreck.
I feel like out there, like those are big things.
Yeah, they're kind of like
it's like
fun.
There's like a little like festival or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a whole weekend when we were kids.
I feel like it's kind of like the X for us.
Yeah, same idea.
Yeah.
Just a little bit smaller.
Obviously smaller.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But yeah, same idea. And I used to watch it every year. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll try this. And yeah, I didn't place, didn't do well at all. But the hosts was a former Miss Canada and the director of Miss Canada. So they kind of scouted me there. They're like, we see potential in you. You should try this for a living. And I was like, okay, why not? So
that was easy.
Yeah, but I was terrible at the actual pageant. Never placed. And then, so the way Miss Canada works, you have to qualify to be there. So the qualification would be like a Southwestern Ontario. You have to place top 5 in order to get to Miss Canada. So I did that the next year, placed top 5, and then got to go to Miss Canada. So this is 2014 when it was my first big pageant, and these girls are come to compete. Like there's probably 10 girls that could win. So me just being...
Were you one of them or no?
No, terrible.
Okay.
Oh, I was a train wreck. I look back at all the photos and I'm like, what? Who dressed me? What was I doing? But I just had so much
Google
fun.
these when we get off.
Oh, please don't.
Alyssa Boston,
There's
2014.
too many. I wish you could delete them. Anyways.
Are they on there? Have you searched right now?
Oh, yeah. There's a couple. I mean, there's some bad videos too. It's fine. I just, to this point, I'm over it. Whatever. That's what I used to sound like. I think, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this.
Who cares? You won in 2019. Fuck 2014.
I think in 2014, I think when they asked me what my dream career was, I don't even want to say this, was something about being an ice girl. That's what I wanted to grow up.
The girl cleans the ice in intermissions.
Like,
is that what you're talking about?
I think so. I'm like, this was such a hockey fan. Like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing.
Ice girl.
I wanted to be an ice girl.
I want to drive the Zamboni.
No, but you have to, like, you dance at the ice games.
Okay.
But it's not like, obviously, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, but it's the same idea.
Okay.
That was my biggest ambition. Anyways.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't win, obviously, that year.
Like, did we hear correctly?
Ice girl? An ice girl? Dream big. So 2014 is when Chanel Beckenlanger won. She wore that hockey costume. Do you guys? I don't know if you would have seen it, but
on that note, I wanted to add the only thing I know about Miss Canada ever, or maybe it was Miss Universe, because a Canadian has won Miss Universe.
Yeah, 2005.
It was the Indian girl, right?
Yeah.
No, am I wrong?
She won Mrs. Universe.
What's the difference?
You're married.
Wait, there's Miss Universe and Mrs. Universe?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna pause that story of yours. There's a Mrs. Universe.
Yeah.
Sorry, who was the girl that wore the hockey thing?
Chanel Beckenlander, 2014 Miss Universe Canada. Just put hockey costume. It was massive. Her thing was in a lot of the papers and stuff.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I wanted that there from the beginning. Because I don't follow, but I remember like being younger, like maybe like high school, university time, and I remember there's this whole story. Because I think was she like the first Indian?
Ashley Collingbull. She won Mrs. Universe. I don't
that's
even know
a crazy costume.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember this.
So this girl won it all?
No, she won for Canada, but that's what she was like famous for at Miss Universe. She didn't place, but that costume was top 5 at Miss Universe. Wow. So yeah, that's kind of like the big thing that Canada kind of caught from it, because once again, they don't give a shit that we're at Miss Universe. Okay. So yeah, there's so many different pageants, and I could go on and on. It's so boring, but the biggest one that I always say is like the NHL is Miss Universe. So that's the highest level you can get to. And even though there is Mrs. pageants, it's not as big as Miss Universe.
Well, if you're married, you can still compete in Miss Universe, right?
No, you can't have a kid or be married.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because your priority is like your title, and if you have a family, obviously that would come first. So they want you before.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do women? Okay, I can ask this. And people who compete, are there women who take it so seriously that like they will purposely like put off like kids' wedding, whatever, just to stay like as Miss Universe, or?
Well, you only have it for a year, but yeah, like I would always tell my ex at the time that I wouldn't get married or engaged until I won Miss Canada. So he's like, so I have to wait till you're 28 because there's an age cutoff, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm winning Miss Canada first. That was like my priority.
Okay,
so.
gotcha.
And you can only compete 3 times, right?
No, you compete as much as you want, but your age has to be 18 to 28.
No, because remember, who was it? We had Sarah Winter on the podcast.
Love her.
Well, it's 8
Hi,
months
Sarah.
or 9 months ago. Hi, Sarah, if you're listening. And I think she told us that she can only compete 3 times. And
No.
that was her last time competing.
Maybe, I don't know even how old she is.
She said something like that.
I don't know how old she is, but
She's not 28, that's for sure.
no, you can compete as many times as you want. Maybe financially you can't, but you can.
right.
Sarah and I actually competed in 2014 together. That's how I met her. And then we competed again in 2019. And then she competed again in 2020.
Okay, so 2014 did not go as planned, I'm
It
assuming?
was terrible. Didn't place. My whole family came. All my cousins, aunts, uncles. Oh, so embarrassing.
Where do they do these things? Like, is that
Toronto.
banquet halls?
Yeah, right here downtown on Front Street. What is it? St. Lawrence Center for the Arts?
Sony Center,
No.
the one at Yonge Street and Panasonic Theater.
I don't know. There's 2 downtown that are like
Is
right
it by the?
Well,
is
there's
it,
also the
Front Street?
Toronto Congress Center on front or whatever.
is it front? Is it by Union Station?
Yeah.
But like east of Union Station?
There's 2, right?
Is Union Station the
How
Fairmont
big
Hotel?
is it? Is it like a theater or is it
Yeah,
a banquet
theater.
hall?
It's probably the Panasonic Theater. It's called the Meridian Theater now.
Yeah. The
Okay,
Sony
maybe.
Center for Performing Arts. That's what it used to be called.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, regardless.
Anyways, that's
Continue.
where we would have
Yeah,
it.
you're right.
So it's
Sony
like a
Center.
massive production. I wish it was filmed, but it's pretty good, the actual show. We have a great choreographer.
We're going to film it next year.
Yeah.
The Pals.
Can we host it?
Oh my God. And
Do a live
Sunny-
podcast?
Sunny, your job is now taken.
Sonny, we're coming for you.
who
Sonny's
hosts the
a-
podcast? Who hosts the pageant?
Sunny Borelli, he's a good friend of mine, but
I think I could do it.
he's like
You
flashy
should not.
though.
You
You can't
cannot.
wear Crocs though.
Or my boots.
Okay.
Rick's
you
got
can't
2
wear
shoes
those
I've ever
either.
seen him wear. Wears Crocs or his work boots. It's all he wears at the podcast anymore.
Okay, well,
Anyways.
he's like super flashy.
I had cool shoes yesterday, but
I was gonna buy new shoes yesterday. Anyways,
continue. So 2014 did not go as according to plan.
Yeah, didn't do well. My whole family was there. They paid a lot of money to come see me, so I'm like super embarrassed after. But the way my attitude has always been is just to like hold your head up high and keep going, right? So my best friend Amber, she placed in the top 10 or top 20 at this point. So I'm like helping her get change, like trying to help her win, right? So she ends up doing top 12. Anyways, we go to the after party. Chanel wins, and it was just like the coolest experience. Do you know music?
Yep.
Yeah, so it was held at music, and the place was packed. She came in on like these chairs, and like it was this whole announcement. It was so cool. So we were all at the after party, and I remember like looking at her and being like, "Hey, I want that. How do I get there?" And that's kind of just how it started. And then yeah, I just loved doing it. So I tried to, whether I was competing or helping out, I was always known for being good at walking in heels, which might sound easy, but it's actually not. So yeah, I always trained the girls for the past 5 years after that. I just loved being involved. And even though I didn't have a title or I had no credibility, I just acted like I did, I would say. Fake it till you make it is a big thing for me. So yeah, I just would train all the girls. I actually trained Marta, who won in 2018. So I was a part of her process too. And then I got asked to help out backstage. So I love production. I love being behind the scenes and running the show. I always have the headset on screaming at people. And I seem nice, but when I'm backstage, I'm so mean. And everyone's scared of me when I'm backstage. So I was just like yelling at them. Anyway, so the show, it's like so cool to see your masterpiece like come to life.
Yep.
So I did that for a while. And then the director of Miss Universe Canada asked me to chaperone the national pageant, and I'm probably 20 years old at this point, and most of the girls that compete are 25 to 28. So I'm just like this little girl telling all these girls what to do, and I just always felt like comfortable in front of people, and and I wanted to learn the ins and outs of pageants, whether it was behind the scenes as a volunteer, what the photographers did, and yeah, just kind of learning the ins and outs and being around pageant environment. I learn really well by watching. So watching some of the girls win, watching Sierra compete, Lauren compete, you kind of learn what to do. And I think after 7 years, my big plan of one day coming back, I had all the knowledge ready to win. So I think that was something that kind of helped me get to where I was. But in order to win a pageant, you need experience. So I competed in Egypt and for Canada, didn't place. Then I competed in Poland.
I love you like humbly not bragging. You're like, competed, didn't place.
Well, I think everyone thinks pageants are just so glamorous and like, oh, she was always good, but I wasn't. Like, I was terrible. And I think every time I compete internationally, I'm so, I don't know if it's like nervous or just like starstruck by all the other countries that like you kind of lose your confidence. Where in Canada, I feel like I run the show. But then when you go to these other countries, you see Philippines, Venezuela, and they're just like, blow your mind, right? And they have everything paid for. They have like designer custom gowns. They get money to be there. So it's just like a really different standpoint. And I feel I always compare it to hockey. Like when we compete in the Olympics, Canada always does well because we live and breathe it. So it's the same thing with the Philippines. They always do well because that's what they did as children.
Yeah.
You know, so that's like probably the biggest thing. But yeah, Egypt was crazy. Have you guys ever been?
I have. I went once I was there for a 6-hour layover on a flight, and I made it to the pyramids and back in 6 hours and caught my next flight. Yeah,
that's the only thing you need to see.
Literally, I did it. It was like it's a whole story I won't tell because I've told it many times. But it was when I was traveling the world. I took a year off to travel, and I was landing there, and my parents at the time were like, around the time it was like Egypt. It wasn't like dangerous, but it was kind of a little bit sketchy-ish when I was there. There was something going on. My mom was like, "Don't leave the airport, please." And my parents went on their honeymoon, so I was so fascinated with Egypt.
Yeah,
I was like, I have to go to the pyramids one day. Anyways, got off the plane. I had 6 hours. I got them to get me like a car driver or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, got me there and got me right back to the plane, and then took off and was in Vietnam the next day, or Thailand the next day, which is pretty crazy.
They're pretty cool though, eh? They're so big.
Yeah. So I didn't get to go up to it. The worst part was that my layover was in the evening. So when I got there, they closed just as I got there. So I got to see it from the outside. But the coolest part was seeing it as you drive in, because I didn't realize how close to the city it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like literally right on like you're in the downtown and you look in the background. It's like seeing the CN Tower.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
I always thought that was so cool. You see the aerial footage of it. It's like the city just ends.
Yeah.
Desert pyramids.
It's crazy.
I'm like, how? It's almost like there's a lake there. You know, like
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
Toronto, you see like a body of water. It's like city, boom, blue water. And
Yeah,
Egypt,
exactly.
City, boom, yellow desert.
That's a good way to put it. I never thought about that.
yeah, crazy.
Yeah, they were crazy. We got to like climb up them and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it was really
How long
cool.
were you in Egypt for?
A month.
Oh, jeez.
Way too long.
I love the
Probably
Middle
came
East,
back
though.
nice and golden.
I don't tan very well. Yeah, Irish skin.
Did you go to Alexandria or anything else? Yeah.
Yeah, we went all over. We took a bus from Cairo all the way south, like 10-hour bus ride.
Sounds terrible.
Oh, it was terrible. And like the food, everyone was sick, like most of the time, you know, and some girls in third world countries are used to stuff like this. But like me, USA and Australia, we're like, oh my God, what do we get ourselves into? And I've never seen a gun before.
I love how you're like me, Australia and USA. That's their names, eh? Australia and USA.
Yeah, it's so funny. So we always call each other
By
like,
countries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just, when are you ever called Canada? Never, right?
Very
So
cool.
We called,
Yeah.
I had a friend
true.
from Norway. We referred to her as Norway.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just feel, it's so fun. Anyways, but yeah, I probably couldn't even tell you most of their names anyways. We just know, and you wear a sash, right? So you see the countries.
true.
But yeah, the funniest thing is we're driving on a 10-hour bus that I've never seen guns before. So everyone had these rifles to protect us. Like we had police escorts all the time and stuff like that, but I've never seen a gun in person before, especially something that big. I remember like bawling my eyes out. I was so scared because these little kids are police officers, but they're younger than all of us.
Yeah.
They're all smoking and like waving this thing around. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to die. Like somebody is going to accidentally shoot us and I don't even know what to do. Yeah, so I remember just shitting my pants the entire time. And then these bus rides, they have like checkpoints where like whatever, anyways, it was weird. Then we'd stop at like an en route, I would call it.
But they're not like the honors here. They're
No,
like it's like a gas station that's like falling apart and like one little snack shop inside or something.
Yeah, well, this one was like a rave. Like there was
what?
there's all these like restaurants with a bathroom, and then it was a rave. It was like disco lights, dark, loud music. It was 4 a.m. I was like, guys, what is happening right now? There was like donkeys running in and out of the place, little kids running around. It was the creepiest thing. I was like, this is a murder scene right now. Like something's happening here. Yeah, it was scary.
The Middle East is crazy, but I find it very cool. I find it like I have this like thing personally, like a lot of people, I think like see the Middle East, like different parts. It's kind of like scary. Like even in Egypt, when I was downtown going through Cairo, like it looks like some buildings are like half blown apart. Like there was like a building.
The same color too.
Yeah, it all looks like sand. The sand has covered everything. But like when we were driving to the pyramids, and I see at one point we're on the highway, and I look over, and there's like a building that looks like half, it's like chopped in half, like slanted in half almost, and I see a horse like on like the 5th floor of the building. I was like, how does that even get up there? Like it literally looks like Borat. Like in Borat's village, like the donkeys, the cows in the house, kind of like that. I was like, this is weird. But I don't know. I have this weird fascination.
It's cool.
Yeah, it is. I really love the Middle East in general. Like I don't know. I have this fascination with it. I mean, I'm Greek, so it's close, kind of very comparable. But
it
was an interesting place. I want to go back and see more of it.
Yeah.
So like I said, 6 hours. I literally saw the pyramid and back. Yeah, it's crazy. I've never seen so many cars on a road before.
Yeah. Oh my! And it's like 2 lanes. There's like 8 cars driving next to each other.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And
people are like running through the streets.
Yeah, you drive on sidewalks. So picture the gardener having like a sidewalk next to it. For some reason, there's like cars driving on the sidewalk.
I'm good with that. Let's do it.
It's fucking nuts. How do we
talk about?
You were not
went to a pageant in Egypt.
Oh yeah, Egypt, and then I competed in Poland, which was also cool. We were there for another month. My roommate in Egypt.
How'd you do in Poland? Sorry,
I didn't place either.
Sorry.
Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say that anyways. But yeah, that was kind of like my turning point. So this would have been 2018, where I didn't place after Poland, and I remember going to ask the national director after, how do I win? I was like, I really want to be Miss Canada one day. How do I get that? I was like, what did I do here that didn't place me, or tell me more? So I think having that attitude of how can I improve got me to where I was, because a lot of girls are like salty after, or like bash other girls.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. And like bash other girls because, they always think they're the best, but
Canada, she's so good. She's not even that good. She's so ugly.
Yeah. Literally though. There's been some incidences where girls get wild. Like
really?
They've cut each other's dresses.
Come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it happens. Not in like Canadian.
Like during competition or like
during.
sabotaging them.
Yeah.
Come on.
People like steal stuff from each other.
How is there not a never mind how is it not televised? How is there like a Netflix series about this?
Guys, there needs to be. Some of the shit I have seen, I can't make up.
It could be a reality show.
Like cash, I'm gonna do it.
Why wouldn't that be a reality show?
It has to be. And I always talk about this too, is that
but a lot of women competing against each other for one prize. That sounds like I don't watch reality TV. That seems like it'd be entertaining.
Yes.
Like
there's some crazy
cattiness going on for sure there.
There's some crazy girls.
And then throw a couple guys in the mix too. Just toss them in the room just to fuck with everybody.
Ricky wants to be in it. Just so he can do the podcasting live and stir up all the shit. Okay,
Alyssa, Ronnie came through the room, right, and he went to go talk with Jessica. Jessica said she might have done something to your dress, but Ronnie had your back. What happened?
I always think pageants should be a reality show.
Honestly,
I'm gonna do it.
It would be so funny, and I feel like you'd see the real side of people, where pageants are so, fake.
Well, they're like, are they one day? How many days are pageants typically?
Like a month long. It normally lasts like a while.
The whole start
then. You have your 3-week Miss Canada competition.
Yeah.
And then you have a couple months off, and then you do Miss Universe, right? Is that how it goes?
Pretty much. Like
So it's basically a 3-month process.
Well, depending. Yeah, but depends on, like, Miss Canada is normally a week long, but Miss Universe, whenever it's in another country other than the States, it's normally a month long. And like Egypt was a month, Poland was a month.
These were when you went to Egypt to compete and Poland, were these Miss Universe competitions, or
no,
like
so
they're like secondary type, like
so it's like tiers.
Like the farm team trying to get ready.
Yes, I always compare it to shit like that. But yeah, so it'd just be just like there's so many pageants, so many titles. If you ever meet girls that do pageants, it's like, oh, I was Miss so and so, It's like, okay, how does that different than hers,
So wait, do you get has a Miss Canada, a legit Miss Canada? Do you ever get cheesed when other women are like, oh, I was Miss Canada, whatever? Like, like those other ones?
Yeah.
Are you always like salty?
She's like, I was Miss Canada Poland. Like, bitch, I'm Miss Canada. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean?
I was Miss Canada Earth.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it bothers me because people don't understand it, and they're great, and nothing to take away from those titles. I used to have one of those.
Good political answer. Good political answer. I like that.
You're not Miss Canada anymore. You can
This is my pageant coming up. So it bothers me so much because people just don't understand the difference, and not to take away from those, but you didn't make it to the highest level, right? So I didn't think it's confusing when people are like, well, I was Miss Canada, and they're like, well, I was Miss Canada. It's like, No, you were Miss Canada Earth or Miss Canada World, right? But when you go to Miss
Is Miss
Universe,
Canada Earth for real?
Yeah.
Oh.
well, it's like Miss Earth Canada.
How many of them are there? There's Earth, there's World, there's
Earth, World,
Green. There's a green one, right?
No.
Like a recycling one?
That's Earth.
That's Earth? Okay, sorry.
Miss Earth, World, Supranational.
What's that?
That's the one I went to in Poland.
And what's the difference? It's just like...
It's just a different company, I would say.
So it's
And then Miss International and then Miss Universe. So those are the top 5 in the world. And then Grand's kind of coming up. But those are like the big ones that if you represent Canada there, you're
legit.
Yeah, you're legit.
Okay.
So some girls have gotten to 4 of them. Like have done all 4. So it's pretty
so
cool.
they're legit.
Yeah, that's like
those are legit
ones.
If you win Miss Universe Canada, since that's the top one, can you still go back and do the other ones?
You can, but there'd be no purpose to because we don't make money off of it. Where other countries, Miss Argentina, who I competed with at Miss Universe, she just competed at Miss Grand the year after because they're so into pageants that you might as well keep going.
Might as well.
But for us,
It's kind of like a
once
full-time job, right?
Yeah, once you hit the top, there's no point
You hit the
to
peak.
go down. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to go down and relegating yourself.
So
Yeah.
I want to add something because I just keep remembering. It's stuck in my head now that I'm thinking about it. So I actually have seen a pageant once.
Which one?
So I don't even think it was a knockoff one, but I'll never forget this. It was 2006.
You were at a mall.
No, it was 2006 or 2006 probably. I was 16. I think it was that year. Anyways, I was in Greece. And my cousin had just opened this massive nightclub. Honestly, kind of like music, but it was a mix of indoor outdoor.
Okay.
And he opened it in Sparta. That's where my parents. Like we're from. I'm okay, thank you. We're from we live not far from where Sparta is, like the movie 300,
Yeah.
like Spartans. So it's like that area. Wow, you gotta kick my fucking shoes.
They're white.
And they're nice. Anyways, there was like this pageant there. So my dad's like, your cousin's opening the nightclub. It's a grand opening night, pageant. You guys want to go? I was 16 years old at the time. And my sister, brother, my cousin were there. I was like, oh, cool. Beautiful girls. Like, let's go. Why not? Yeah. So I'll never forget, we get there and it was massive nightclub. It was the outdoor part. And like, how actually kind of like music has a pool like outside. Yeah. So they built this like platform over the pool, like a bridge and a stage. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but that seems kind of sketchy. Like you could see like the tarps are on it, but you see on the side, it's like built by 2x4s. Like you had like little like John or Christos going bang and they can build it that day. So anyways, we're hanging out in the pageant and I think they did the swimsuit portion first. I went across the stage. I was like, wow, girls.
Yeah.
Girls, wow, I've never seen those.
But then...
boobies.
And then they did... No, there wasn't swimsuit. It was the dresses first. They came out. Like, well, whatever. And I don't even know what it was. Miss Sparta, maybe? I have no idea. Miss Greece. And they came out in dresses. And I remember they were lining them all up on stage. So they came on one at a time. But you can see as the people came on, the stage would move a little. I was like, oh, this kind of seems kind of sketchy, but all right. Then they call in, like, they say, like, hey, can we get all the contestants on stage? There's like 20 girls or women. And they all start coming up. And you start to see the thing, like, sag a little. I was like, holy shit, this thing's going to break. And me, my dad and my cousin and my brother were like watching. We're like, this is going to fucking break. They're all going to fall in the pool. They all get on stage. The person's up there about to like start to announce like whatever, make some speech. And the whole thing caves in.
No way.
20, maybe 2 of them didn't fall. All the girls in the water. Like makeup, hair, full dresses.
Maybe they did that on purpose.
Honestly,
Wet t-shirt contest, baby.
No, honestly, I will never forget that. I can still see
such
them.
a good pageant
and like
moment.
girls like freaking out trying to get out.
Oh.
Yeah, they were
With their
like
extensions and everything.
It was
I'd be
crazy.
pissed. Your eyelashes would be falling off.
It was so funny, and the whole club was like just like it's like speechless.
That's a great moment.
Honestly, that's the only pageant I've
not
been
for the
to.
girls in the water.
It's a good memory though.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's
Like,
hilarious.
anyways, that was just a side story, and I kept thinking about it. If you talk about pageants, I'm picturing these girls falling over and over. It's hard for me not to say it, but anyways, wanted to get that
That's
out
hilarious.
there.
I feel like so many girls have fallen even on stage that
Really?
it's so hard not to laugh, but it's so funny. You feel terrible.
You laugh at them, then you see them
Do you
fall.
automatically lose if you fall?
No.
No, you can win if you fall. Really?
Yeah,
Aren't you like docked points or something?
You should, in my opinion, I think you should be.
This is when you're like walking like on heels and stuff. You just like fall.
Well, at Miss Universe, this was terrible, but in the preliminary competition, 4 girls, like France, Indonesia, I think. I don't know if there was water on the stage or something, but they wiped out. It went like viral. Everyone was like sharing these videos. It was so sad. I felt terrible, but they both placed, so it's fine.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, Miss Indonesia and France are about to look it up.
They both placed, so it's fine.
It's fine, but
It's fine.
Oh, it was bad fall.
Okay, so
Wait, what's it? Miss France? What would I
Miss
search?
France falling Miss
Just
Universe.
say Miss Universe 2019 prelims falling or something.
Falling.
In preliminary.
There was 4 of them, I think. It was so bad. So then we were all nervous to walk after because we were like,
Oh,
But you're an expert.
There's a cop.
You're an expert in walking in heels.
compilation of it.
Oh yeah, there should be.
Wait. It's literally fail and funny moments. Are you gonna be in it? Oh
No, I won't be. I didn't fall.
France. Oh no.
She was an expert in walking.
Guys, this is so mean.
Wait. We're watching Miss France 2019 walk down.
She looks good.
No, she's gorgeous.
Oh no, I'm so scared. When does this happen?
Yeah, I'm gonna feel bad.
No, it's the
See, but
saddest
the problem
thing
is
ever.
I can't
This
not
is the
laugh.
prelims. Oh no!
It's so bad. Okay, don't watch them.
That's so
It's
bad.
gracious. At least it's gracious.
No,
Wait.
and it's George is like obsessed.
George is
now.
upset.
Then she wipes up.
This is what my TikTok looks
Oh,
like.
this is Indonesia.
My TikTok just knows I love watching people fall, so my TikTok just
Well,
shows
here
me
you go.
people.
Oh,
videos
no.
of people
Oh,
falling.
No,
No.
she's the cutest girl ever. I loved her.
This is Indonesia.
Yeah.
Oh,
she saved
she
it.
held it. Oh,
that was good.
wow.
That was
Bonus
a
What's
points.
a flex too?
But like, look how long those sarongs are. Like, why?
Those what? Sorry.
Sarong.
Malta
They're
fell.
called- Who?
Oh no, Malta's going. Oh.
Okay, George, put it away now.
Okay, sorry.
So-
okay, this is sorry,
Anyways,
guys.
it's so
I have to
mean.
watch that. That's kind of bad. But that's
No, it's
watching
so
them fall's
bad,
kinda
but
funny.
it doesn't
I love
actually.
watching people fall.
It doesn't actually like matter in the competition. They still did well.
Do you know
So
what
what's
my
the prelims mean though? Like that's like
sorry. On the topic of
Okay,
falling, one
so-
of my favorite things to watch
People
is like
falling.
old dads like filming little kids falling at school while they're waiting
Yeah.
for their kids, and they know there's a patch of black ice, and it's just like the mom and the dad just videotaping. Oh, here comes Johnny's friend Mark. Oh, Mark's about to hit
I
the
know
black
the
ice.
video you're
Oh,
talking
boom.
about. I remember the video you're talking
And it's just
about.
like kid after kid after
Yeah.
kid after kid. I love
It's
that.
like you're not laughing at them, but it's just like a funny.
Yeah, if I fell too, I fell down the stairs the other day. Like,
Yeah, wait, you
like
said that. I still don't know the story. You said that like in our group chat. Somebody
so
knew.
I was walking down the stairs early in the morning. For those who don't know, I have really bad knees right now. My legs don't move that.
Ricky
fast.
walks like he has no knee. Literally
I
no
walk like
knees.
I'm
Like
60
straight
now.
leg.
So long story short, I work out every morning in the basement. In the mornings, I'm like, I'm not fully there. My legs don't fully work. But so I'm going downstairs, and I always hold the railing. So I'm holding the railing with one hand. I have my shaker cup full of my BCAAs in the other hand. The way my parents' basement set up is to get from the main floor to the basement, it's 6 steps, 6 or 7, and then 6 or 7 again. There's a little platform in between. So I hit the first step, hit the second step. My sock slips right off the step and do. Like fall down. Shaker cup hits the bottom, smashes water everywhere. And I'm just there like, fuck.
I would have
And that
laughed.
fits everything.
I literally just yell, fuck. Elaine comes storming through like, what happened? You okay? I'm like, I fucking fell. I'm fucking pissed off. I got a fucking scrape on my arm, my foot.
You should have had someone videotaping it.
If there,
I
I would have laughed at
so
myself,
hard.
especially when people say like when they swear after or they're mad. It makes it just fun, especially if something breaks.
Yeah.
It's even funnier. Like
Yeah.
my shaker cup, it's not the top that broke because usually the top breaks.
The whole thing shattered?
The whole bottom just came right off. So I
Really?
guess like when I smashed it, the bottom smashed really hard, and basically there was just no bottom left in the shaker cup.
That's so
Like,
funny.
That would've been
it was
hilarious.
really funny. If-
People falling is always
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
anyways, so prelims, people falling. We got to Miss Universe.
But again, what are prelims?
Oh yeah, so prelim. So there's 90 girls that would compete, let's say roughly.
Yep.
And then in the final show, only 20 compete. So you have
Oh.
to be judged off something.
So prelims are like the round robin like
Yeah.
qualifiers.
So that's when you place.
That's
When you
where you get
qualify.
scores to
Yeah.
place. Yeah, yeah.
qualify for it.
Um,
Okay.
Anyways, we kind of fast forward to Miss Universe.
How do we get? Yeah, wait. So we talked about. Wait, we were on
Getting to Miss. Yeah. So
So
Oh wait, the competitions of you in Poland and Egypt
Yeah.
and all
so
that.
yeah,
now we're
so you need
now
to-
we're 2019. Yeah.
yeah, you get like a lot of experience, and some girls win Miss Canada on their first try with no experience. My friend Chelsea won in 2011, and some people try 4 times, 5 times, right? So I only competed once, got some experience, learned everything I needed to know about pageants, the ins and outs, watched some of the best girls compete, and I felt prepared, ready to compete in 2019. And I had 5 coaches. I wanted like everyone's opinion. I had a former Miss Universe coach me, a couple Miss Canadas, a couple first runner-ups, a Miss USA, just to learn everybody's opinion. And I was like the most prepared I've ever been for a pageant. So I kind of had this feeling, not that I knew I was going to win, but I was ready. So if it was meant to be, it would happen.
And you had never placed
Never
prior
placed.
to this competition.
Never.
So you're 0 for like 4 at this point.
Yeah. Like just
And
terrible.
you walked in knowing I'm fucking ready. I'm gonna kill it.
And I think the way,
We
yeah.
shouldn't have told the story that she is Miss Canada. We should have just kind of led the story out.
Like, did she end up winning, or
Yeah,
does
did
she
she
still
end up
suck?
winning?
True.
We didn't think about that.
But then I
part.
probably wouldn't be a guest on the show. So
Oh, no, you still would. Okay, continue. So you're 2019. You walk into this pageant. You feel good. You got the training.
I'm like wardrobe's ready, hair and makeup's on point. my platform's ready, like I'm ready to go. And I think a big misconception that people think is that pageants are all about volunteering and charity work. And not that they're not, but I don't believe you need to be a pageant holder or title holder in order to give back. So I think that should just be a part of people's everyday life. I've always been involved in mental health awareness, and I didn't do it because of pageants, right? So I think a lot of girls come into the competition raving about how much charity work they've done, expecting to win. But it's like a job interview. When you're applying for a job, you have to meet the qualifications. And the qualification to be Miss Universe Canada is to go to Miss Universe. So how are you ready to be at Miss Universe? And I think that was where I came in a little bit different, where everyone's like, oh, I give back, I do this, I raise money. Where I was like, I'm ready to go to Miss Universe tomorrow. So you might as well let me win because it'll be super easy for you guys. And I think I did all the work that people were impressed with, where my gown, my national costume, my wardrobe, my hair, my makeup was all Miss Universe caliber, that I kind of presented that, showing that I'm ready to go now. And I think that's pretty much what kind of separated me from the rest. I think being there, enjoying your time really is valuable, and people see how much fun you're having and how like kind you are. A lot of people aren't very kind, especially when you're like in the zone focus, that you forget that we're all human and there's people too. So I think that was like the biggest thing that kind of separated me from the rest of them. But
Just being nice to everybody.
yeah, just like enjoying it and
Not laughing when they fall.
No, I would laugh at myself when I fall. So don't get mad at me. Don't cancel me for laughing.
No,
But yeah, so it was just like, yeah, it was pretty crazy. And so many girls came back from other years, some girls with other pageant titles. So there was a big group of us of girls I competed with before. And I think we just had a really good group of girls and pretty supportive. And yeah, just it was fun. And yeah.
But that's amazing because you don't think about it, but with any other contest, the preparation is more than the actual game. Like in any football game, any sporting event, any job interview, it's all about preparation. It's not about the actual competition. It's about how much you can prepare before. Yeah, obviously, the more you prepare, the better you're going to show up on game day or on competition day. But I would never think about that for a pageant. You would think, okay, yeah, you just do your volunteer work, you show up in a beautiful gown, you answer the right questions, and you'll do well. That's what, as a non-pageant person, that's what I think. But the idea that it's just like anything else. Okay, if you want to be the best, you have to talk to the people who have won in the past. Make sure you have the right outfit, the right hair, makeup, make sure you have the right answers, and make sure you have everything that you need to show up on game day. I just think that's amazing that you did that. It seems so easy once you say it. I'm like, fuck, it seems so easy. Why don't I just volunteer for a couple of years, figure out who's the best, talk to each and every one of them, make sure I have everything that I need, and I'll go in there and I'll win. It sounds so easy.
Yeah, 7 years of easy work.
But like when you say it like that, and you went from not placing to winning.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot to do with like your mindset and your attitude, and I try to continue that with anything I do in life. Is having the right attitude will really set you up for success. So I think I could have taken all those negative experiences and just been bitter and said maybe this isn't for me, but instead I took it as like a stepping stone. And for me, I think working hard at something is a better reward than nothing's ever came easy for me. So I think that's just like how my life works. So I have that mindset to just keep going.
That's awesome.
That.
Yeah,
honestly, good for you. That's so crazy. I can't even. The
Seven.
Cool thing is like taking that time, like not doing well and like they're not placing and not having a good first experience, and then like just like learning the whole time, like working like behind the scenes, because like everybody wants that immediate success, right? Or they either get like in anything in life, you either get discouraged or like people don't want to put that hard work in. They want to just kind of find new ways, or they'll pursue something else where it's like okay, I really want this. Like, how bad do you really want it? And like most people, I would think, are not willing to say, make sacrifices for those time and like take the time to learn. This is literally applicable to across any industry, any practice.
And that's what's so cool about it. Where pageants, you're like kind of brush them off because nobody really cares. Yeah. But it's like it's a huge life lesson. It's the same thing as any career or any sport. If you were to say to be the best at it, that. You have to learn from the best and like really just like take the time to like soak it in, right? We all want as human beings the natural, like maybe not everybody, but a lot of people want that instant gratification, that instant win, be famous now, be successful now, be in great shape now, be rich now, all these things. But you don't realize like if you actually take the time, sacrifice a few years or whatever long it takes, and do the work and the research. At the end of it, you're probably better off likely than trying to like force your way and rush your way into everything else. Yeah. And I feel like timing is everything too, where if I would have won in 2014, well, thank God I didn't, but my biggest dream is to be a hockey ice girl. Yeah. So like there's obviously a moment where some girls at 18 years old could speak to 10,000 people. Where at 18, I was not ready for that, obviously. So for me, I think being in the right time, this was the perfect moment for me to do well. That, yeah, you just kind of have to keep trying.
Okay, so when they called your not your number, when they called your name, what was that like?
Okay, fast forward or rewind a little bit.
Well, my bad.
Getting on to the final night, whenever I performed, whether I was dancing or cheerleading at competitions or anything, I was like the nervous person in the back, like pacing back and forth, like, holy shit, we're about to go on. Like, I forget the dance number. Like, guys, teach me the dance. I don't remember anything. And I was dead center in this dance too. Like, anyways, so yeah, just pretty much shitting my pants, just not doing well at all. And I think, sorry, I got distracted.
We're good.
Yeah, and then this time I was so calm. I was just like, I didn't even think that I was going on to win Miss Canada in an hour, right? So I was just so calm, helping the girl. I was actually fixing some girls' bikinis because you like fix the bottom to make your butt look better. Anyways, so we were like,
is that the trick?
Yeah, you like have to like ruffle the back to make your butt look bigger. Anyway, so we were like all sewing each other's bikinis before the show, and then being on stage. I've never placed before, right? So calling top 20. There's like 60 girls. They call top 20. My whole family, friends, everyone's in the audience. Everyone knows I like don't place, right? So everyone's like expecting nothing to happen here. And
you're like, I'm going to show you.
Yeah. And my dad gives me a hard time all the time. Oh, another pageant, another not placement. Like just chirping all the time.
Another couple $100 not on singing lessons. That's
yeah.
it.
He's just like, fuck this girl. Like give it up. Anyway. So, yeah.
God, roasting you.
Yeah. So I get called like 15th at this point. So I'm like, over the moon. I'm like, okay, I made top 20. I'm good. Whatever happens, don't care. So next round's bikini competition, and that's always like my thing. Bikini walks, everything, right? So do really well in the bikini competition part, and then
humble flex.
Yeah, and then they call me 10th. So they call top 10. There's one spot left, and my mom is like, okay, she didn't make it, of course, whatever. I get called last, and I'm like, okay, this is crazy, and then we do the evening gown, and my evening gown was probably one of the best evening gowns to ever be on the Miss Canada stage because it came from Miss Venezuela, actually. They sent it to me. It arrived 3 days before the show. It fit me like a glove. It wasn't even tailored to my body, so it was just like it was meant to be, right? And do you guys know on America's Got Talent where they hit the golden buzzer?
Yeah.
So I walk out in this dress last because I'm the last of the top 10, and all the judges were like fake hitting a golden buzzer button because it was like the most beautiful thing they've ever seen. So I felt good at that point.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, okay, I feel good.
Dad, get ready.
Yeah. So then I get called in the top 5, and then we have to answer a question.
Wait, sorry, is this that like sequence golden dress you had? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then
I've Googled you before.
Yeah. Thanks. And yeah, so I get called for top 5. My question was, what is the biggest issue in Canada? So I don't know anything about the environment. I don't know why I started giving an environmental answer. I don't even know why. Anyways, my answer was like average at best, maybe shittier, but it was just terrible. And I remember turning around, looking at the other girls who I pretty much know all of them. I competed with them before. And I just felt like I'm still gonna win. Like I'm still the girl to go to Miss Universe. I know this is mine. And I remember all my friends, because we watch pageants religiously, they're like, okay, she just lost it. She had it, now she lost it. That answer was terrible. And then I'm holding Mega's hands, who she's phenomenal too. And I remember being in that moment, accepting losing, because all of my friends who competed were all first runner-ups. No one's ever won. So I remember holding her hands, being like, I'm okay if I come in second, because this is the girl they wanted, not me. I did the best I can do. They called my name, and yeah, I honestly, my reaction was so just like stunned. And a lot of people make fun of me that I didn't have a good reaction. I didn't even hug Mega, which you normally hug the girl after. I don't even know what was in my mind. And like obviously I had way too much Botox, so I didn't really have a good facial expression at all. Yeah, so everyone's like, you didn't even look surprised. But I think I was just so calm and my face didn't really move that much. So yeah, so it was just kind of not the reaction I would have even pictured for myself, but yeah, it was pretty crazy. My whole, like, there were so many videos of people watching at home, like screaming when I won, so it's pretty cool to have not placed than to win, to come back and win. So
from well, I would say worst to first, doesn't make sense.
But yeah, could have been last place in 2014 to winning in 2019.
That's crazy. Good for you.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was fun. The after party wasn't as good as it normally is in the past, but
Is it what was the
It was
reason
at
why?
music again.
Why wasn't it as good though?
Oh, there's just not that many people there. Like, do you know how music was like popping back in the day?
It was
2014.
popping.
Yeah, music.
Oh,
was
it
the
was
shit.
so sick.
I did my birthday there in 20. I was at the youngest, not the youngest. I was like
20,
I was like
2012.
18.
You did it. No?
My 19th birthday.
19th?
Yeah. No, sorry, 2012. That doesn't make sense.
No, it wouldn't be
2009.
2009.
Second, no, first year.
Is that the one where
2008.
Pirello got in a fight with Bianca and threw his phone across the field?
I
or
don't
something?
know.
Maybe, I don't know.
That's a bad story. I was bad. That's maybe one of the last times I went to music.
Music is not even music anymore. It's,
No, it's like
Toronto Sports Club or something.
Well, it's like
It's a
a
sports
event
sports
hall or
bar.
something.
No, it's
Yeah.
a sports
Now?
betting
Again?
place.
We used to clean out their company.
Well, that's new.
Yeah, they changed it a couple years ago because after all the shootings there
Yeah.
in the summertime.
It's crazy. But I used to be the spot. Like when it first opened, it
Yeah.
told like for like a good like
Decade probably.
yeah, it was like the best place to go. I remember I had met
05 or
so many like Toronto athletes and stuff there, and really cool. And then
I just thought of this on the top of my head thinking about music. The best story of when after I won, you go backstage, they grab all your stuff, you kind of go in like a limo to the after party, and I remember walking into the car. I have my crown on my head, nail the crown right at the top of the car, breaks in half. First day of Miss Canada. My director looks at me, he's like, "Really, Alyssa?" I'm like, "Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't
fuck
realize
it.
like how."
Get a better crown.
did you have another one, or they just like it was broken?
Oh, we just had to fix it after.
Super glued it back together.
That's amazing.
Okay, so when is 2019? Is it fall, spring, summer? Like
It would have been August when I won.
okay, so you won
So the
Miss
end of
Canada in
2019.
August 2019. Fast forward to Miss Universe is when?
December 2019. So a
Okay.
couple months.
So what was time like between the two? Like,
Oh.
there's a lot of prep work. Is it you just chilling?
Yeah, we try to do a lot of events. My team of Miguel and Guy, who are the two funniest people I've ever met in my life, they kind of took me under their wing, and they've trained a lot of Miss Universes and Miss Canadas before. So they pretty much set up as much as I could for me. I got to shoot in New York with one of the best photographers there. His name's Fadil. He does the headshots at Miss Universe too. So that was like probably one of my favorite memories from being Miss Canada. And then we went to LA. We went to Vegas to try my national costume on. And then we did a couple shoots in LA too. So
Is it all this paid for? Do you have to pay for anything? You have to pay for it. It fucking sucks.
yeah, you don't win a prize.
I'm just
somewhere.
expecting like you win you win like Miss Texas, for example, not even Miss USA. You win Miss Texas, and I feel like you're like you're basically instant celebrity in Texas, and you
Yeah.
get flown all over. Like
Probably Texas are gonna be one of the biggest states. Pageantry
Yeah.
is huge in
like
Texas.
I just figure like
those little
always-
those little kid pageants in Texas
all
are
in Texas.
massive.
But even like you always see like Miss Texas ends up marrying like some superstar quarterback from Texas.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like Aaron Rodgers is married to some.
he's,
like,
married, he's dating Danica Patrick, so no.
no, okay, but you know.
But yeah, there's a lot of
Or maybe they broke up. Did they
pageant
break up?
girls.
I don't know,
Maybe
whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, so actually back in the day when you would win, like RBC I think was the sponsor, and they'd win like 40 grand for the year for Miss Canada. Yeah, so it used to be that way, but yeah, once
And then it
Canada
just-
got over it, they're like, fuck
Wow,
it.
That's shitty.
Yeah.
How
so,
is it? But how is it like? Fuck, who would even ask? Like everything can be canceled these days. Everything can be viewed as sexist these days. It's fucking. I don't even know.
I know. I just feel like because people don't understand. You see the bikini contest and they're like,
I guess
oh,
because you're
that's
being
fine.
judged. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, but it's like you're not getting the best body never wins, the best walk never wins, the best answer never wins. Like it's about a
It's a
full
combination.
package.
Yeah.
Of, yeah.
Yeah, so
But still, even if it is strictly a beauty contest,
but it's like bodybuilding.
What's
I
wrong
was
with
just thinking that. I was
What's the
literally
difference?
saying like,
Why
what
is
is
that
wrong?
okay?
Yeah.
No,
How is
but like what's
Yeah.
wrong if it is a beauty contest? What's wrong?
What
with
if it brings you happiness and joy, and people who do it love to do it? Like, why does it matter? Why do people say like that's what I don't understand? You know, like if somebody, I'm speaking out of assumptions because I don't know why it would be that way. But like, okay, let's say all the women in the world who don't compete in them have a problem with them. All the women in Canada, so they say it's
So
you know,
don't fucking watch it.
right, but they say it's sexist or whatever, misogynist, whatever term you want to use. Why though? Because you're not doing it. Like, okay, maybe they say you're subjecting women to like the body
Unreal
image, whatever
body
the thing
types
is,
or
right?
Yeah.
Like they say it's not a accurate representation. Okay, but the people there's a competition. This is the terms they grade things on.
Yeah.
If people want to compete and it brings them joy and happiness, why does it matter? Like, who are you to tell them that it is this thing? Like, how is it? I don't know. It just
When
it
I got
really
money, I'm gonna buy
baffles-
Miss Universe
It
Canada.
really
That's it.
just blows
I'm gonna
my
buy the
mind that
competition.
like
I'll run it for
so
you.
many things people go up to so many things and frame them as like they're this, like they're bad, they're sex, whatever. Like why if they like
and it's like if you're competing in like soccer guys are all in pretty good shape, you know,
have
in
to.
order to run. So it's like why if you're not the best at soccer, you don't make the team.
Yeah.
And why is that? Like those are the qualifications. You're not the best at it, so you don't win.
so
And yeah.
sorry, no, go ahead, continue.
No, but I was just saying like
yeah.
we're the best. You have to be in your best shape, and obviously when me and my friends compete, your training to get there is way different than everyday normal life, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I worked this hard for it. Why can't I just love doing it?
What's the difference with acting though? Like, is Wonder Woman some like average girl? They pick Gal Gadot, who speaks like 10 languages, is a beautiful
Who's
woman,
gorgeous,
and plays
fit.
Wonder Woman, and that
5'8".
means the epitome of like the most wonderful woman, or the like who's the equivalent of Superman, is a beautiful female. Is that sexist as well?
Yeah.
She's probably she's a super talented actress, like a very beautiful person. She was picked for the role. It's just, what's the difference though with that and a pageant?
The world's so soft.
Yeah.
But really, what is the difference?
No, but I was watching a movie yesterday too. She's just not into you or something like that. And a guy, like a girl's talking, a guy just goes.
Is that one with no, who's the guy? Justin Long, right?
I know E's in it. E from Entourage.
Justin Long's in it. Yeah.
A whole bunch of guys, but
Bradley Cooper's in it.
yeah.
Good
So this guy
movie.
just goes and kisses a girl.
Big fan of rom-coms.
She's talking about how she's not into him, and he blew her off, and he just goes and kisses her.
Oh, never mind.
You can't do that anymore.
Wait. We're talking about like, shouldn't Snow White just get canceled or something?
People are trying to It's just everyone's
You
trying
know
to
this
cancel.
story?
It's no way.
I
Yeah.
shared it the other day. So
I don't
the
think
so in Universal or Disney, one of those theme parks in Florida.
It's
or California.
Disneyland.
So they have a new ride for Snow White. Well, the end of Snow White, she's sleeping, and Prince Charming goes and kisses her to save her life and wake her up.
Crazy.
So the 1 Minute Man.
And this is like a long time kids like story.
This is like from
Yeah.
the 80s.
Yeah.
So there's two women reporters from San Fran that went on the ride and saw that, and they want them to take that part out of the ride because it shows like male talks.
male toxicity, but like it's about like he just goes
and kisses her.
unsolicited
Yeah.
kiss, whatever.
So it's like,
That's terrible.
if you know you can save someone's life by kissing them, well, technically what CPR is, you're putting lip to lips. Isn't that a kiss? So
cancel CPR. Cancel CPR now.
You know what?
You
You know
can't
what?
do
Let's
that.
cancel because you didn't get consent to put your lips on their lips.
Yeah, let
Let's
them
fucking
die.
cancel. Let them die. You can save them, but let's let them die because they didn't say. You know what? They
Makes
didn't
me
sign the form.
That's so bad.
Like I just like sometimes I see it. I'm like, let's just cancel fucking everything.
Yeah.
And let's
You can't
all
say
live in
anything
little
that you want.
bubbles by ourselves and not talk to anybody and become. Anyways, rant over. I'm not.
No, but it's really.
I'm in a good mood. I'm
But
not
to the
doing this
point,
today.
like
Like,
I mean,
fuck
I'm not like a big fan. Like I don't watch the beauty pageant, Miss Universe, whatever. But like, if somebody does something that brings them happiness, it brings them joy,
Yeah,
if people want to watch it, like it. Okay, if it's viewed a certain way, at the end of the day, the world, everything that makes the world go round, number one, obviously, is money, but number two is supply and demand.
Yeah.
And if people demand it and someone supplies it and people are willing to pay for it, who are you to say that it's not okay? That's fine. People, like you want to do it, it makes you happy. Like who cares? Do it.
I know.
And it's so crazy. The people that don't compete in it and don't get involved, they're the ones that want us to end it, right?
Yeah, it's like it has nothing to do with you. How does me being on stage in bikini affect your life?
Yeah.
Well, sorry. The best part is, Georgia.
Yeah. Oh,
the
shit.
best part is the people that are trying to cancel. And look, I know Miss Universe, all the women are gorgeous and they have beautiful bodies and blah blah blah. And the women that are trying to cancel are saying, "Oh, these set unrealistic body images for younger women." Well, obviously they're not unrealistic if there are people with those bodies. Unrealistic is Barbie. Barbie's proportions, like you saw, are basically impossible.
Yeah.
But Miss Universe, those women have realistic bodies because they are real people. There are thousands, maybe millions of women who have that kind of body image who look like that. So don't tell me it's unrealistic if people can do it. Bodybuilding does not set unrealistic images for men because there are people doing it who look like that.
Yeah.
Therefore, if people have, then it is possible. It's not impossible. It's not unrealistic. That's what I don't get.
And the interesting thing too, again, like
I'm not starting that movie. Let's go back to the fun talk.
But the thing is too, it's like I understand the point.
Fucking
Like
cheeses me
I know, but I do understand how people say like certain things. Like it's big in the news now. It's big, not news, in media in general. Like people, they compare stuff like this, whatever industry it's in, but anything that involves like, beautiful women, whether it's like advertisements or whatever, they say this sets up unreal expectations for young girls or whatever it is. That's how they frame it. That's not what sets unreal expectations. It's guys that like good-looking women set unreal expectations. And I don't mean this disrespectfully. I don't mean to say it offensively. But just naturally, humans, like not every human is attracted to the same people, but typically you're attracted to what you're attracted to.
Yeah.
Most people have some kind of type. Typically it stems from where you're raised from, like if you have a mother, a sister, whatever, that kind of look. But naturally, like, I don't know, good-looking people attract other people, if that makes sense. I don't even know. Like I understand the point of being more inclusive. Like Dove, I remember did the ad where they had that billboard of all the women in their underwear. Was it Dove? Yeah. Like that was really cool. Good for I actually commend them. Good for them because there should be stuff like, there should be like marketing and stuff. I guess
To every woman.
To
not
every
just,
woman,
like,
yeah.
the
It shouldn't just be
beautiful
like
people.
every
Yeah,
woman
I
wears
agree.
Victoria's Secret, so they all look the same, right? Everybody, you should apply universally. So I understand that, but like you can't change human nature. Like it's ingrained into people.
Yeah.
You see a good-looking person, you say, "Oh, that's a good-looking person." Like that's just who we are as people.
Mm-hmm.
Just the commercials don't make you believe that they're good-looking. You can look with your eyes, and say, "I think that person is
Yeah.
good-looking." That person is good-looking.
Well, it's like goes
you
back
can't
to-
cancel that.
It's
You
gonna
can't
go back to
change
the point
that.
you said earlier. It's like, are we gonna knock the people who work hard at trying to look good? So what? Because this model works really hard and she gets paid so much because this company is looking for a person who looks like that. She's, Victoria's Secret. Let's use them because they people are trying to cancel them for years now.
The fashion show's trying to get canceled or something.
It's
Yeah.
already
So-
done.
It's canceled, right?
Yeah, they don't do the fashion show anymore.
Really?
But I don't
cou-
think it has to do
I
with
think
the
it's 'cause
body
of COVID.
types.
No, I think it's 'cause
no,
of
no,
COVID.
no.
No. I paid
It was before.
right before 2020 or something.
Yeah. My year at Miss Universe.
2019 was the last year.
No,
Really?
they
No,
didn't do it.
2018 was the last year.
So
Yeah.
my problem with that is, look, these
But I think that
women-
has to do with social media, not. I
Alright.
don't think it has to do with body types.
Well, so I'm going to say this anyway. So these women work their entire lives to look a certain way because to them, that's beautiful. If it's not to them, then they shouldn't do it. But they think that's beautiful. They want to fit a certain type of image that is, going to get them X, Y, and Z. Who are we to say, no, you shouldn't do that? If that's what makes them happy and that's what they want to do, then fucking go ahead and do it. Who are we? You know what? I would love to look like fucking, I don't know, Ryan Reynolds in Blade 3. It's fucking tough and it's not going to happen. But if I do achieve that because I work hard to get it, why should I be knocked because I look great like that? You shouldn't. To
But-
each their own. Everyone does their own thing. If it doesn't, look, what someone else is doing with their body and their career, whatever, let them do. To each their own. If they're not hurting anybody, they're not being racist, and they're not, trying to kill somebody or fucking sexist drug people, whatever, Epstein shit, then let them fucking do it. Like, I hate the idea that everyone's got to cancel everyone because you don't like it.
And they have to
Just
fit the
because
mold
you
down
don't
into the
like
same
it,
mold.
just because you don't like it, then don't watch it. Look the other way. If so many people don't watch Miss Universe, there won't be a Miss Universe. But people watch it because people like it.
Yeah.
Men watch it. I bet you more women probably watch it than men.
More women, probably, yeah.
Right? So if more women watch it, then why we cancel it? Because if women watch it, that's what they want to see.
But the other thing
I'm done
that
with
I'm I'm naturally this way. My dad is super skinny and I have a fast metabolism. So when people knock me, like saying, "Oh, well, like this is how I'm always going to look." It's not because Victoria's Secret, they all look this way. Like I just have always been this size, and just because I'm that ideal model type size that now I don't matter, or I
Yeah.
don't have,
It's
like
true.
I'm not fitting of any of the roles now because I have this size. I can't change the way I look.
And that's the other thing too, because then now it's like, you try to, and this is like, I don't want to compare this to, but it's also a context, right? Like it happens all today with anything, with, with social issues, with racial issues, with political stuff, whatever it is. Not to go down that tangent, but again, like, so, if you want to speak to something about a topic like that, someone's gonna say, well, you don't get it, you don't know what it's like, but doesn't mean your opinion's invalid. I understand, like, it's the same thing. I'm gonna preface this because I have to be very, 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 very clear. I'm not saying, oh, I'm a victim, I'm a white guy. I'm not saying that, but like, it's hard, right? Because like in general, I can't just speak to a lot of subjects. Well, the same goes, like, oh, you never experienced it, you don't know what it's like, you can't talk to it. I mean, I'm trying to understand it when I'm trying to have a conversation, right? But the same goes for anything, like your position you're in. Like someone say, well, it's not realistic what you live in. It's a different world. But how? Like, we're all human. We're all, talk to certain things and experience different things. We're all different.
Yeah.
It's a weird world we're living in right now.
So
it's
weird.
a very weird world. Enough
Anyway,
negativity.
yeah, I'm gonna switch back. So you
We're
so I'm like,
all angry now.
Yeah, this conversation is gonna leave me. I'm in a great mood right now. My hangover.
I'm actually in a
feels
much
good.
better mood. My hangover's gone too.
Same.
Okay,
So
we
For those who
forget
don't know, we have to delay this a little bit.
We were all hung
I had a
personal issues. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, man.
So Liz, you win. So you get
Yeah.
you did LA. You did a couple things. Where was Miss Universe for your year?
Atlanta, Georgia. So Miss Universe is the best when it's in Asia or South America, obviously,
So you got
because
screwed.
Because you vacation, basically.
yeah, and everybody is diehard fans. Like I can't even explain. People dress up as like the girls, like they wear sashes, like. It's
Really?
insane, guys. Like,
Try in South America and Asia.
in Asia, yeah, because pageants are huge there. So whenever it was held in the Philippines, it is the craziest thing to watch.
Do you know what I'm gonna compare this to? I feel like Miss Universe and those pageants are very similar to like darts and bowling tournaments. People who go to darts and bowling tournaments
They're nut
fucking
jobs.
love it.
Yeah, it's
They love it.
nuts.
People don't just accidentally walk into a bowling tournament or a dart tournament.
Yeah.
good
People
point.
don't accidentally walk into a Miss Universe pageant.
Well,
the people who go to those
maybe.
pageants.
Nah, if you were on vacation, there was a pageant, you'd probably walk in.
If I'm in South America or whatever, if I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and they're like, oh, there's Miss Universe, I'd rather go see like an Atlanta Hawks game or like an Atlanta Braves.
How do you
game.
say that right in front of me?
No offense, Alyssa, love you. But
Rude.
sorry,
I wouldn't go. I'd go to a sports game instead.
sorry, it's just.
Meanwhile, you're trying to get the position of being a host in the thing.
I am
now.
gonna
Yeah,
host
like
it.
you gotta be
You
a
gotta
big
be a
fan
host.
first.
Well, once we got more money, we'll be able to make this a bigger show, and we're gonna produce it,
Then
and we're
you'll
gonna
like it.
do a whole show. And then of
Speaking of
course,
money, thanks to our amazing sponsors, Kingsville. You guys are the best.
yes.
Honestly,
Cheers.
this beer is
Can we
really
cheers?
cheers.
There we
Hair
go.
of the dog got me back to life.
Would you say hair of the dog?
It's a saying. Like,
It is a saying.
The next day when you're hungover, you like it's the hair of the dog you drink.
Never heard
I
that.
think that's the saying, right? Hair of the
Yeah,
dog.
so
Yeah,
you're
and it brings it back to life. So it's
Never
like,
heard
yeah. But I don't know how that came up. The hair of the dog.
Anyways, back
I know,
to Atlanta,
Back
Georgia.
to Ricky hating on pageants.
No, I
Yeah,
don't, I
literally.
don't hate on pageants.
So rude.
Don't hate on yeah, I'm trying to cancel them. Fuck them. No.
But yeah, so when it was held in the Philippines in 2016, they actually took flights like throughout the Philippines and went and toured all of the Philippines
The different
because they have
islands.
sponsors. That's the biggest thing in the world.
Sorry, when you were volunteering, you said, and doing all these things, were you volunteering for Miss Canada,
Canada.
or for not for Universe?
No, Miss Canada.
Was there a reason why you didn't want to volunteer Miss Universe, or they don't like do have their own whole?
That's just even
Another
harder
level?
to get into. Yeah, that would be really cool though. I actually wanted to work for Miss Universe, and then I competed. And now I don't, but I did. I did for a while.
So now we'll get to that. Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. So yeah, super disappointed that it wasn't in another country. Obviously, I've been to the States, so I don't really care. Atlanta was cool, nothing crazy, but a big thing that is a big misconception. So a lot of people don't understand that pageants are a business. So when you're competing, there's 90 countries, and obviously USA is going to be favoritized because it's in her hometown, or her home country.
Okay.
And Canada is right there. So I got to do so many things at Miss Universe, which made my experience even better. And like Cirque du Soleil, they had a show there, and I got chosen, me and 4 other girls got chosen to go to the show, do a whole press tour, and I got chosen to speak at it. Wow. And everyone's looking at me like, why does Canada? It's a Canadian company. They're from Canada,
True. That, yeah.
So it has nothing to do with me. It's just the fact that they wanted Canada there because they're Canadian.
Oh, that makes
so
sense.
people don't look at it that way. They're like, oh, why does she get to do it? She's like a favorite, So people are very...
Oh, they look at it's like a political...
Yeah.
That'd be good for the reality show. We interview the girls who are hating on you. Like, oh, so did you hear Miss Canada got to speak at Cirque du Soleil? What are your thoughts on that?
We think it's because she paid them off.
But like literally though. So it's
She's
so
gonna
funny.
She's gonna place because of that. Cirque du Soleil's gonna bribe them.
Yeah, like it's just... People always think that way, and I don't think they think...
I'd be causing so much shit in this reality show.
Okay, we'll make good money off
And
it.
then
Would you
money-
go on a reality... Wait, let's pause for 1 second. Would you go on a reality show?
Would I?
Yeah.
And when I was younger, in a heartbeat. Now it's just like...
Does anyone know about your reality show audition?
I can tell them. I'll save it for
Wait,
another
would you
day.
ever go on a reality show?
Yeah,
You would?
I really want to.
Yeah?
Alyssa's
What
still
would be
young.
your choice of reality show if you could go on one?
Bachelor, 100%.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like, yeah.
Are you gonna try out to go for the Bachelor Canada or Bachelor?
Maybe. We'll see.
Would you ever go on one of those, Rick?
No. Either way, I
What would
couldn't
you? What show would you go on?
Survivor.
I was thinking that.
Survivor or Amazing
Amazing
Race,
Race.
not Canada. Amazing Race Canada's trash.
What a
Amazing-
stupid thing! Amazing Race Canada, you only fly through Canada. Why would you not be able to?
Like this
Canada is bad.
Canada's bad at everything entertainment.
Any competition,
Yeah.
fun stuff. Canada sucks.
So,
don't
couple
like-
facts.
Take that back. I miss Canada.
I
You
love
like
Canada.
Yeah, I love Canada.
No, but just in general, like Survivor would be sick to go on.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Like the whole when I was younger, like Big Brother and all those other ones would be super fun to do. Like any of those dating ones would be great. But like even Bachelor and Bachelorette. First off, if I was on the Bachelorette competing against 30 other men for one woman that I just met, no, that's not me.
I love it though.
Are
The
you
competition's
kidding? Like-
so fun.
Yeah, the competition's great, but then it's like I get to the end. It's like, well, if I did get to the end, you'd be like, okay, wait a second. I just competed with all these dudes. Like, I didn't really like this girl. I just like the competition.
Yeah,
So I'm
but
gonna have to propose to someone I don't even really like. And then if I don't
what
propose,
if you do like
I'm
her?
labeled an asshole by all of America just because I like competition.
is anybody who's been on the Bachelor Bachelorette still married?
yeah,
There's
lot.
a bunch of them. Yeah,
Really?
But-
but it's probably like 50%.
But the other thing is though,
Really?
it's like putting yourself out there. Like, yeah, of course, it's really rare to win or to fall in love on it, but you never know like what comes from it. So I feel, and not had anything to do with fame. Like you could take away Instagram from it, and I would still do it because I truly love production and love like the behind the scenes stuff to learn. But you never know who you meet from there, and a lot of people have met other people
connections,
from
yeah.
The Bachelor or Bachelor in Paradise that you actually do find somebody that you like.
That's
that it's
fair.
like a bigger picture, and I think people are very narrow-minded sometimes. That
And
just don't
even
know.
I don't watch any reality TV.
I love
Survivor. I used to
reality.
watch Survivor.
the Kardashians.
how
come
Rick
on.
won.
I would
Or Richard
never,
won way back in the-
ever watch the Kardashians.
best show
ever.
ever.
I've never
You
one
know what's
episode
funny?
on.
It's my Florida guilty pleasure.
The
When I'm in
Kardashians?
Florida, because it's always on in Florida. Like any day, any time of day, it's
in the
on.
States,
it's just like marathons all the time.
Good for them. Like, I
So
respect
when
it.
I'm
Like,
in
I respect
Florida-
how they've done it, but I like
When I'm in-
that's crazy to me that girls, and I don't mean this offensively, like you shouldn't aspire to be anybody, but like
I don't. see them
what
as
are
people.
they got famous because their dad represented OJ and Bruce Jenner
Yeah.
was a
Well, no,
Olympian.
and then Kim Sextape.
Oh wait, I shouldn't say. I can't say the name, right? I can't say. I'll
You
get
gotta say
doxxed.
Caitlyn, yeah.
I'll get
You gotta
doxxed
say
if I say
Caitlyn.
that name.
Anyways,
But
You know
yeah.
that, like,
Wait.
you actually can't say the person if they change. Like, it's
You
like
can't call them?
yeah.
so Caitlyn
I don't
Jenner won a
understand
gold
that, but I guess
medal then.
Caitlyn Jenner won a gold medal when she
But,
was previously
funny
somebody
thing,
else.
So everyone always says like, oh, you wouldn't want to go on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette for the opposite sex because you're competing. I would rather compete for one girl than have to pick 1 out of 30 women. That's a fucking nightmare to me.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Being on TV, let's say I was The Bachelor, to pick 1 out of 30 women.
Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, that's
That
you-
I would never want to do that ever.
Why?
I have tough time picking between like 2 or 3 women. Never mind 30. You know what I mean? If I gotta go on a show
a
and
good
I
You telling me you would
experience.
be able to weed people out? I'm just sorry.
okay, I could weed out the first 10, the first 20.
Yeah,
easy,
for
no
sure.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, again, this is wrong, but 10 of them aren't my type right off the bat, guaranteed.
Go ahead. I have a question.
10 of them aren't my type. Of the other 10, I can weed away the crazy ones that don't match my personality right off the bat. Okay, I got 10 left. Hey, if I'm going on these crazy romantic dates, I can fall in love with 10 women easily. I'm in a hot air balloon with a beautiful woman. who I
Ricky's gonna
kinda
choose
do-
them all.
See,
at
that's
the
what's
end.
interesting because
I wouldn't be able to
isn't
get him. I'd be the one like crying with Chris Harrison in the corner, like I can't fucking pick. He's
No.
like, Rick, you still got 10 women left to go, man. What the hell?
But wouldn't you know on a personal level who you bond with more personally?
Yeah, you would, but then you're like, okay, I bond with this girl, but then I just went on the most romantic date of my entire life.
You have to look
on a
past
hot-
that. You can't look past the
But
pleasure. You have to
sometimes,
look at below the surface, buddy.
Yeah, but sometimes it's fucking tough when you're on this beautiful. I've never gone on any crazy dates like
but
that.
you're assuming.
But I can
if
just
you went in a
imagine-
hot air balloon with a girl, you'd fall in love with that girl.
Not fall in love, but I'd be tough to send her home. And then what about I didn't go on a romantic date with this girl because she didn't get the rose that day or whatever? And it's like, fuck, I gotta send that girl home, but I kind of liked her.
I don't think you're gonna be the Bachelor anytime soon.
Yeah,
So you don't have
I
to worry
don't
about
care.
it.
These are problems I don't have to
Wait.
worry
I want to
about.
ask if you were on which one would you rather be, the Bachelorette or the Bachelor? Wait, what's the difference again?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So like one of the girls or the main
Yeah.
girl. I would do it both ways, to be honest. Like
Alyssa just wants it. Alyssa just wants to get on the show.
No, I just love like production stuff. I think every experience is so valuable in your life,
Yeah.
and some things are like once in a lifetime that like I've never wanted to live like a normal life, that I just like always like to try something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to ask then, would you, if you were to go on one of these shows, would you do the same approach you took with your competition and start studying all the winners and the losers and get people to like give you the tips behind the scenes?
It's just naturally in me to do that, so I probably
You prepare yourself.
learn everything I need to know. Yeah, that's what I would do, but we'll see. I don't know if that's in my near future, but it would be pretty cool.
Fair.
Eventually.
Honestly, I
Would you ever do it?
not the Bachelorette, I don't
No.
think. I don't know if I like, I really don't watch any reality TV, like none
Why?
at all. I don't know. I find like it just sucks energy from my brain, I guess.
Yeah, 'cause
Like
it's like pointless almost.
kind of. I
Yeah.
get it. Like I even like now more than ever, because obviously Ricky and I with the podcast and the startup, like for me, even when I get home at night and I will watch TV, I'm like shit, I should be doing either more work or like reading or getting something that will help me. Like, but even when I get home now, I'm like so exhausted, or even just from being home working all day, I have to watch TV and like something very like mindless. So like sometimes I'll put something like reality wise on, but I don't know, nothing really sticks. I used to love Survivor. Like, I used to like
Yeah.
really
A lot of people love
like Survivor. The Bachelor and Bachelorette I could never get into, like ever get into it.
What about, do you watch any of the Netflix ones during quarantine? Like
Okay,
Love
so
is
Netflix-
Blind.
No, those I don't. But I
Too
heard
Hot
they're
to Handle.
good. Which one?
Too Hot to Handle.
No.
It was like you can't hook up with each other, but
I
it's like-
remember the
yeah.
concept of it, yeah, but I
Yeah.
never did.
Oh yeah, because Francesca and like
My
Harry.
girlfriend mentions that I watch a show called Towie. I think it's like a UK one.
I haven't
I
seen
think
that
it's a UK reality show, Towie or something.
The only
Yeah.
way is Essex.
Yeah. So Towie's the one that
Francesca?
I think Becca watches. She took her like guilty pleasure, but yeah, I can't.
Does she know? The
What?
only way is Essex that we met those girls?
No. Who, Becca? Yeah, we told her.
Yeah.
No,
Did we?
I think so. We met them in like what do you mean,
Miami.
Miami or something?
Yeah,
This
just
girl's
right.
like on a TV show. She's like famous or something.
That's
We
cool.
Had no idea.
Yeah, just like I like it all.
How did we get on the segue? We were talking about something else previously about Atlanta, maybe, or
Yeah, how do we get on reality?
how did we get on
TV?
reality TV?
That
Because
Miss
we were talking
Universe
about how
should be
I was going to make a reality TV,
Right.
TV show, and then you asked
You're talking
which
about the
reality show would you
Philippines.
want
Well,
to
we
be
can go back to
Survivor for
Miss
sure is the
Universe.
one I'd want to be. Anyways, back to Atlanta, Georgia. So you're there.
Wait, would you?
Turkish
Sorry, if you're on Survivor, would you then try to make a? Would you try to make an alliance with a woman, and like kind of cozy up to her? play them, get that relationship.
If I could find a strong woman that knew how to fish and hunt.
Would you let her sleep next to you, keep her warm at night, and play favorites a little bit?
It'd be tough. Tough, depending on how many women I can't pick. Remember,
there's a lot of women on the show.
It's tough.
Oh my god.
You remember? I don't know if you guys know this. And don't ask me why I know this. There was a season where there was these two girls on. They were pretty. It was back in the day, maybe when I was high school, maybe grade 12. And I remember they didn't win, but there was the two of them, a blonde girl and a brunette. I forget their names. Maybe Amber and something. And after the Survivor, they were featured in Playboy.
Oh.
That's kind of cool.
Make a couple bucks. Why not? Right? You have the clout at that point.
I can't remember what their name was.
Anyways, Les, back to you.
Yeah.
So. Miss
Universe.
World or Miss Universe Miss Universe.
Miss World,
not
you just
Canada.
called
No,
it.
Miss World is it Miss Universe?
Miss Universe. Yeah.
So yours was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Wasn't as good.
Anyways, and then Chi is a big hair sponsor, so they obviously sell products in Canada. So obviously all the places they sell, they have all the girls shoot for, right? So it's anyway, so
you were living your best life.
Oh, I was like, I don't even care if I get dead last. This is the coolest thing that I get to be involved in anything.
That's a dream for you.
Out of 90 girls, how do you get to be chosen for
There's
5?
90?
90 countries compete, yeah. And
holy shit.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, I mean, it's a lot.
At Miss World,
what's the
there's probably
randomest country to you that competes? Is Kazakhstan there or
yeah, Kazakhstan's there. Bolivia's there.
What about what's the smallest country? Could there be a tiny nation?
I don't honestly.
Or
there's
Turks and Caicos.
No, Turk sometimes does. Yeah.
Maldives,
No.
Seychelles.
I feel like they would have beautiful people.
Madagascar.
No.
I'm listing random island country I can think of.
No.
Fiji.
I feel like
there
Iceland
has been a
would be
Fiji
good.
before. Iceland was there. She
feel like-
placed top 10.
Yeah, I feel like she'd be
She
pretty.
was good.
Iceland was top 10.
Yeah.
I can't say. I feel like she would be pretty.
Is
tough.
every-
I feel like
is-
every
wait,
girl
wait,
is
you're
pretty
canceled,
sharp.
Is
dude.
every
girl there
is
is
every girl Sweden sends blonde hair, blue eyes?
Pretty much. And if they don't, it would be weird. But I don't think Sweden competed with me. Finland was there though.
If you walk into a McDonald's in Sweden, the girl behind the counter is blonde, everyone blonde hair, blue eyes. It's crazy.
I've always said this, guys. If my first marriage is gonna be for love, and I hope I only get married once, but for any reason, if I have to get married twice, she will be a Swede, and she will be 5'10".
You are getting canceled.
6 feet.
That's stupid.
You're done,
Misogynist.
Ricky. You're out.
Misogynist.
No, I want
Stereotyping.
Stereotyping.
Cancel Ricky.
Children with blonde hair and blue eyes. Nothing wrong.
Nah,
with
you're gonna find love, Rick.
I think I will.
Maybe on The Bachelor.
1 out of 30 women.
Rick's gonna be on The Bachelor. There's gonna be one girl, one Swedish girl. Guys, end the
sorry.
show. Everyone go home early.
Didn't one bachelorette did that? She picked a dude
Claire.
halfway through the season.
Not even halfway.
What do you mean?
they were-
So what do you mean?
One chick knew right
yeah.
away. She loved this
Claire.
dude. Claire loved. Why don't you tell it? You probably know better than me.
Claire.
have you seen every season?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us.
Claire chose Dale 4 weeks in, not even, and then they got her out and they got a new bachelor in to finish the rest of the season.
Wait, hold on.
A bachelorette, sorry.
So, but Claire was 38.
So she picked him and
or
she got taking this guy and they left the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, because at this point it was quarantine, so this was filmed last year where they didn't get to travel the world and go on all these crazy dates. So you're just pretty much in the same location. That she was just like, why am I wasting all my time when I know it's
this
him?
is the guy.
Which is kinda, I respect it.
I
get
respect
it.
that too. Yeah. She's
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hook up with all these other guys and go on other dates when I know my heart was with this guy.
That's
the funny thing
crazy.
is, so one dude after she did that, she said she left the show basically. And one dude was like, "Whatever, you're old and washed up or something." Remember that?
See, I hate
Yeah.
who does
I was like,
that.
that-
Yeah,
But
because
the
people
problem is,
poor.
that's
Everybody
just
was out
sore
there.
But
loser.
then he's
like-
back on the show with this new chick, and I'm like, how'd they not kick this dude off?
Yeah.
Especially in 2020, 2021, you can't be you're old and washed up. You can't say that, especially on TV.
Didn't the host guy get kicked off the show? or
Yeah,
something?
Chris
Yeah.
Harrison.
We can't talk about
We
that.
can't talk
Yeah,
about that.
okay. I don't even.
Well,
I don't even.
you know what?
No.
I'm in a good mood. I'm not gonna talk about it because that's bullshit too. Anyways,
Back to
listen.
Atlanta.
Back to Atlanta.
Yeah,
So,
sorry, you did
let's
the
focus on
other one. Yeah,
competition
so you
now.
did Cirque du Soleil. You did. We keep digressing
Anyways,
a little bit.
yeah. So Miss
because we're actually
Universe
running out of time soon. So
it was a great time. Also, my roommate was Miss Israel. She was phenomenal. We had a really good time together. And then, Steve Harvey was the host.
do you guys post?
That must
about
have been cool.
Do you guys post about everything your roomie stuff? I feel like that's in its own reality show would be sick.
Yeah, I think I was not in the right headspace when I went to Miss Universe.
You're fucking zoomed in.
Well, I was just I was a disaster. Anyways, but I feel like a lot of the girls now Miss Universe just started 2021, and a lot of the girls Canada's rooming with Great Britain, and they have so much fun together in the room. So everyone's watching it on their stories. It's super fun. But
Wait, is it? It's happening. It's
it just started 3 days ago.
When is it gonna
Miami.
release?
So you have to say dates. So May.
Oh.
When did it start?
May 5th,
May 5th,
and it airs Sunday, May 16th.
yeah. So this episode will be released on Thursday, May 13th.
13th.
Yeah, so Miss Universe will be like a couple days away.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's super
Big.
exciting. And
Well,
yeah,
before we get on to our previews for Miss Universe this year, let's finish yours.
Yeah, Steve Harvey was there. He was a host. He would come back. He was filming a commercial. So we actually had the show at Tyler Perry Studios, the new one in Atlanta. And he brought... he would come over all the time and like hang out with the girls backstage. Like he was so cool. And he would give us advice. He always says that he loves the money, but wishes he didn't have this much fame. So he's telling us about his stories in New York and stuff like that. He was really cool, really nice.
Alyssa, would you rather have fame or fortune?
Ooh.
You can answer honestly. It doesn't matter. Fame.
Both.
No, you can only pick one.
I'm a pageant girl. You always say the politically correct answer.
I'd rather fortune in a heartbeat.
I don't want fame. I do not want it at all.
I'd be canceled instantly.
Not for that reason. I just don't
that's
want the attention. Like
Yeah. I just want to be super rich.
I don't even know super rich, but if someone just said
I don't think I'd want to be that rich though. I think more money, more problems.
yes and no. If it depends what kind
I
of
think the
person
money
you are.
comes with,
I
I think the money.
because like
the
I was saying this to
fame and
Ricky.
money.
This is like again another sidebar. Like I've talked to Ricky. Like Cast, we're building an app. It's a social network. If it grows its potential to build a lot of value for a lot of people, and it could be worth a lot of money one day. But like I said to him, I was like, man, honestly, to me, that's not what incentivizes me. I just like we get to sit in this room and build something that people like and love. And like if the money comes, great. If it doesn't, whatever. But I think at a certain point too, money is like the law of diminishing returns. At a certain point, you get so much that it's like it's like if you ate 100 chocolate bars. One chocolate bar is good, 100 not so good. And take that from me. I've eaten a lot of chocolate bars.
Do you remember the time we did the chocolate tasting? in
Lint,
Switzerland?
yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
But
Yeah, we need to stay on course here, so we are running out of time.
But I think as long as you're doing what you love, whether money and fame comes from it, doesn't matter.
But
Like
you'd rather have.
I wouldn't rather have like either. But like as long as
Politically correct, just the fame.
gotcha.
She wants to be famous.
no, I don't, because I did Miss Universe. A lot of girls get famous from Miss Universe, and I didn't, and I would never change a thing from it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So
That's
I
a good
just
answer.
did it because
That's
I
good.
love it.
That's
Fair,
So-
fair.
Anyways,
But you would wish you were verified.
Come on, Instagram.
calling out Instagram.
Step up. Let's go.
Yeah. So
We'll verify you on Cast, don't worry.
okay, thanks.
So the competition. Let's
Yeah.
go competition day.
Yeah. So hold on. Before
Okay,
that,
we gotta go. We're going back.
yeah. But
I
Steve
love this.
Harvey.
Take control of the episode. I love it.
Steve Harvey, we would do like rehearsals, and he'd come to practice all the time. And I, for some reason, got chosen to be in like the top 5 or the top 10. So Steve would they'd call Canada, and I'd do the whole walk. So it's like the show was happening. So in that moment, I was like, okay, this is the coolest thing ever. I get to talk to Steve. So he would always ask questions, and obviously he's a funny guy. So you want to think of something funny too. And he'd be like, what's your favorite animal? Like dog or cat? So we'd always I'd be so nervous. I'm shaking okay, this is the easiest answer I've ever heard, right? Anyways, it was really cool. And yeah, and then Olivia Copel was the backstage host. If you guys don't know her, Miss Universe. Yeah, she's one of the hottest girls in the world. She won Miss Universe in 2012, but she dated a couple football players.
I was gonna say, didn't she date Aaron Rodgers?
No,
Olivia.
she's dating Christian McCaffrey right now. Yeah.
Basically Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy.
He's great. Yeah. So she's Sports Illustrated cover model, stuff like that. So
That's how I know her.
Yeah.
We worked together on that.
Yeah, she was really cool.
Not even funny.
You laughed.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Still got a couple chuckles.
Sorry, you can continue.
Anyways, but yeah, you didn't even ask me about my weed costume.
Because we're getting to the competition.
No, the competition's it already happened.
Okay, competition's over. All right, whatever.
Anyways, whatever. Yeah, so I wore a weed costume. That's pretty much how a lot of people know me from.
And why'd you
wait? Yeah, sorry.
why'd you decide to wear it?
It was my coach's, Miguel and Guy's idea. We just legalized it a year before. So the national costume just represents Canada, and it was recent, it was current.
So it's either cannabis or maple syrup.
Yeah, one of the two. And Canada always has a relevant national costume. We were a snowflake. It's just pointless
Boring.
stuff that means nothing really.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do something a little bit more meaningful. So I decided to wear a marijuana costume. And we had to call Tyler Perry to ask him if it was okay, if it was televised. Miss Universe had to approve it because it's still illegal federally in the States. That we thought it was a good atmosphere in Atlanta to kind of do it. So people went wild when I wore it. I remember walking out on stage and the host was saying something about buying legal weed in Canada, and everyone was losing their mind in the audience. It was the coolest moment ever. I think it looked like a peacock a little bit, so I didn't know if people would be confused, but having the narrator say what it was worked out. But it was pretty cool to be at a table. I was at a table with South Africa, who's the current Miss Universe, Indonesia, Philippines, USA, Iceland, talking about weed, because everyone brought up, and Colombia was there, and we're all talking about all our different countries of what it's like in our country at home. So it was kind of cool to be the one to like start that conversation. And yeah, I wore it just because it was legalized. I believe in the benefits that it has for people. And even though I've never been a stoner and still am not, it's not about me. It's about supporting other people and ending the stigma so they can be in an area where they're comfortable and something that helps them. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Love that. And what kind of, let's see, this is a leading question. What kind of press did that costume get you?
Actually, a lot of Miss Universe, a lot of people wanted to take photos with it. Obviously, Colombia was like, dude, I can't wait for this thing to go viral. Like, this is the best idea you had. And Uruguay, weed was legalized there first. So Uruguay, who was a good friend of mine, she was so pissed that she didn't think of this first. She's like, how did I not wear a cannabis costume instead? So
shout out to Daniel Martinez, our Uruguayan buddy.
Our 1 year game.
So David Spade ended up doing a little segment on his show Lights Out about me. It was a very off-sided joke, but it was
still funny.
It was funny.
Wait, what was the joke?
Said Canada wore a cannabis costume at Miss Universe. She was the most stoned contestant since Miss Saudi Arabia.
Oh, that's bad.
That's terrible.
But it's still funny though.
Wow, that's
Terrible.
pretty funny. That's kind of bad.
It's David Spade.
I know, and I remember
Joe
sharing it, and I was just like, I'm gonna get yelled at for laughing at this.
But you didn't say it, and you weren't laughing at it, so
Yeah.
technically you're okay.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. I was backstage at Miss Universe for the dress rehearsal, and me in South Africa were like sitting on the ground, and we were reading the teleprompter, and one of Steve's I won top 5 for best national costume, by the way. Anyway, so
Humble
Steve
brag.
Who won that year?
Philippines.
What was their national costume?
She had like this like weird dress with like big birds on it or something. It was like really well done, but
Not as good as yours though.
no.
Yeah, bullshit.
And then Steve made a joke about Snoop Dogg like loving my costume, so I was like really excited to see that on TV, but I guess he skipped that line. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what ended up happening there, but they had my national costume backstage just in case I did win best costume. I would have to come out and publicly speak about it, and I think that was like planned where I don't think America was ready for it. I had to like practice what I was gonna say, and they like approved it, but I didn't end up.
So that made politically wise, it wasn't a good fit. Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not. There's not all the states isn't legal, right?
It's not federally legal there.
I think it's statewide.
So it was cool, like, to bring up the topic and conversation. And after Miss Universe, I got so many offers to go to Japan for an award show, couple in the States, but because of COVID, everything didn't happen.
You got a bad bounce.
So that was December of 2019.
So it started March. So
Damn.
all the awards were March. There's a couple in Toronto I was doing, LA, Miami, Japan, and then, they all just got canceled.
So you just got unlucky.
Yeah, so that was tough for me to like swallow after. But yeah, Miss Universe was cool. My all my family and friends came. They had like massive Canada letters in the audience. I have this really nice photo where it's like from the back you can see the stage that says Miss Universe and it says Canada like on it because all my friends had like signs and stuff. They got more airtime on Fox than I did, so it was they were all over Fox. Like it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Miss Universe was fun. It was a good time.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Good for you. Like that's really cool.
Thank
Love
you.
that.
I would shit my pants going on stage. And I'm like, number one, no one's voting for this guy for miss anything. Be like, I would not win an award, but I'd be terrified walking on
I'm
stage.
2 for 2 at my pageants. Mr. Greek and Mr. Chin.
Okay, well,
2 for 2.
it's a natural, eh?
Basically, I was an 0 for 4. Basically,
Damn,
shots
man.
fired. No, I'm teasing.
Over it.
Well,
I'm over it.
let's talk about Miss Universe 20. Is this 2020?
Technically 2020. Yeah.
So wait, how's it going to work then? So is next year's going to be filmed in the fall?
Well, Zosie's been a Miss Universe right now from South Africa. She's been like Miss Universe for 500 and something days, the longest reigning Miss Universe
crazy.
ever, obviously.
But still, again, she can't really do much with it. 'Cause she's
No,
not really
I feel so
traveling.
bad. I want to ask. I just need to know if she was like happy because all her opportunities got taken. Like I feel terrible for the girl, right? And then so someone's gonna win next Sunday, this 16th, this Sunday. And and I don't know when the next one's gonna be, but I bet you they have to do it quicker.
Yeah, do it quicker. Okay, so let's talk about some predictions. So Miss Canada is
phenomenal. You guys,
what's her name?
Nova.
What's her last? Nova Stevens.
Yeah, she's
and
phenomenal.
How do you think she's gonna do?
She's 6 feet tall. She's
Jeez.
gorgeous. She's so great. She's from South Sudan originally, and she's from Vancouver now. And yeah, she's phenomenal. She has a great platform. She actually got reunited with her family in South Sudan about a month ago. She hasn't seen her mom in 21 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What?
It was a phenomenal story. You guys Go look it up. They flew to Ethiopia to see her mom, and then they went to South Sudan to see the rest of her family.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Imagine not seeing your parent for 20 years.
Yeah, it's an insane story.
Wow.
So the fact that she was like able to do that, the team like put it all together for her. So it was really, really special moment. I think she'll do really well. She's a really good speaker. Great walk, great attitude. And yeah, my other friend, Miss Belgium, is competing. So I'm excited to see her compete too. And yeah, it'll be pretty good. A lot of the favorites are like Thailand, Australia. They're getting up there.
Are those the common favorites?
Not common, but this year they're like killer on social media, and it sucks that you only see them from social media. You don't really see like them in person, right? So people just have judgments. I don't like to do prediction videos because I think there's so much more than what you see on social media.
But if you had to do a prediction video, who do you think would win?
I think Canada has a good chance.
Oh, you're gonna say Canada? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think she has a really good chance, and that's so cool. I think she'll be our highest placement in a long time, if anything. But it'd be cool to see her win.
Who do you think's gonna lose? I'm just kidding.
70, I'm trying to do the math. 70 other girls?
Yeah. 90, 80, 87 other women I didn't mention.
That don't place in top 20?
Yeah.
But yeah,
has anybody ever said anything like in their questions, like said, like, you know, the falls video, like it's kind of like a little bit of a blunder, but that's not necessarily your fault. Like, has anybody ever said anything stupid on the mic or like asked a question?
Sure.
If you Google the worst pageant answer in history, I feel so bad for this girl, but she competed at Miss USA, and it was the worst thing you'll ever hear in your life. What'd she say?
Give us a rough paraphrase.
Is it bad?
Something about why can't Americans find something on a map?
On the map. Because the school, the kids.
And she's talking about people in China and like Africa.
Because kids aren't given maps in school or something.
But she's bringing up China and other countries that like have nothing to do with the
I know
States.
the answer you're talking about. That was maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's probably still one of them.
I'm gonna
so bad. Yeah. Oh my
God,
I remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it was pretty crazy. Wait, you guys have never watched Miss Universe?
I think I've maybe like one or
I've
something.
watched like some highlights, and it's one of those things where it's just I happen to be home and it's on the TV.
You're gonna watch it this year?
Just because
you have to.
Televised?
Yeah.
What's it on?
Oh no, it's on FYI this year. I don't know if
what the heck is FYI?
I know Fox didn't even take it again.
Really?
Yeah. So
well, obviously can't go.
Fox don't want to get canceled.
Yeah. So it's on FYI, which I don't even know what it is.
You probably can find it online. Maybe we'll watch it.
I'm gonna watch it this year.
You have to watch it.
Next
Canada
Sunday.
Might win.
Sunday. This Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to Miami to watch it live.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah.
So is that something that like former Miss countries do?
Yeah.
You guys head down to and go watch and support your fellow.
And normally you always like the girl that you crowned most of the time. So yeah, you always want to go like check them out. And a lot of the Miss USA's, whenever it's in the States, always go. I would love to go to a different country to watch it because I think the experience is even crazier. Yeah. But there's still a lot of diehard fans. Like Atlanta, when my friends were there, like the hotel is packed solid. Like we have security all around us. People like screaming, taking videos, like jumping, like trying to take selfies with everybody. Like it's a pretty cool experience, but it's even crazier in
but like, no one should watch it because people don't like it. It's not good, right? And we're fucking crazy.
Yeah, people are
fucking get their head out of it.
Yeah.
Sorry guys. But
yeah,
really
you
cool.
should watch it. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
We'll do a live stream reaction video. We'll have Ricky watching it, giving his analysis.
We like do like bettings and stuff of like who's gonna place and.
I would be in that pool.
Bet, you would think Canada has a good.
Yeah, I picture her being the winner or first runner-up.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
See, but the problem is I feel like Canada shits the bed if we do have a winner.
Well, when we won in 2005, we didn't even, like, there's no welcome party. There's no parade. Like, the Philippines parade is like the Raptors winning.
Come on.
That's how insane it is for one girl winning Miss Universe. Here, nobody would come. Like
I feel like in the States, they do a statewide or countrywide tour where they go to like every basketball game, baseball game, hockey game in the States, and they're always like, oh well, Miss Universe is here. Here she's wearing a jersey and she's gonna drop the opening puck or she's throwing the opening pitch or something.
I was almost going to the Edmonton game, Oilers game once to drop the puck, but it's like insane to even get that. Like it was a struggle to let them invite me. But then Miss USA and Miss Universe are like hosting the NHL awards. They gave away like 2 awards that year.
Come on.
So it's just like crazy that I tried to get on the Junos. Junos didn't want me. Like it's insane. Yeah, Canada just doesn't.
That's so bizarre.
But I respect the fact that you tried.
Oh, I message everybody. I don't care.
Yeah, I respect it.
So what's now for you? Like, are you any plans to stay with it? Are you still doing anything with them?
Yeah, so I helped out Nova a little bit. Obviously, they traveled all around. I was supposed to go, but work didn't allow me to. So yeah, but I will help out all the time. I really want the next girl's experience to be even better than mine was. And now I do a little cooking show on YouTube where I cook with cannabis. And I think the biggest thing for me is getting involved in the industry as somebody who's not a stoner. It was hard because if you didn't like it 10 years ago, you're not really accepted now. So I feel like I'm the middleman of just accepting people who want to learn more. I never encourage people to try it because once again, it isn't for everybody, but I encourage people to educate themselves and learn about it and make an accurate decision on if they want to be involved in it or not. So my cooking show is just like, it's just fun, lighthearted. I'm going to have a couple guests on it once things open up a little bit more.
Cool. Are you inviting us on? What the hell?
Yeah, I think we should do a funny baking episode.
Oh, kill it. I'll eat everything.
I'll make popcorn.
Yeah,
That's it.
What's the best thing you've made?
I really like the mushroom salad I made.
Mushroom salad?
Not cold mushrooms.
Okay, not like mushrooms. Like, I don't know.
Oh, like shrooms?
I don't know. I was like mushrooms.
This isn't a shrooms show. Mushroom salad. I made some weed brownies, obviously. Had to start the show with that. And then, I went to Hawaii where I cooked with Sam Choi, who's the chef of Bruno Mars and American Airlines. Yeah, he was really cool.
Okay.
So he's pretty famous for his poke bowls. So we made a poke bowl in Hawaii together.
Fuck, I'm hungry now.
Yeah, I love poke.
I feel like there's still so much more we could talk about. Like,
so it was pretty crazy.
Well, Alyssa, I feel like we should do it because I don't want to even. We're going pretty late here too. We're at what?
We're about an hour and 40 minutes right now.
This is our longest that we've done in a while.
It flew by.
We keep saying that we want to keep.
At one point, I looked up and it was like 20 minutes. And I look up again, it's at an hour. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, usually we're trying to keep them a little bit shorter now. Well, especially with the virtual ones, we're definitely trying to keep those shorter. But even like when we do them in person, like the 60 to 75 minute mark, and then sometimes I look, I'm like, shoot, where'd that last half hour go? But that being said, Alyssa, you're always welcome back on the podcast. We didn't talk anything about Kingsville and some of the stuff you're doing now. We can talk more about
amazing sponsors.
Yeah, we can talk more about the cooking show.
Honestly, that fridge, people always ask about this fridge.
Yeah, it's nice, I designed it. So.
Honestly, so cool.
Anybody who walks in is like, that's a sick fridge.
Thanks.
It's just so convenient. I just wish it opened the other way so I could just like reach in from here.
Well, you can change that, right?
You can?
Yeah, you should unhook everything.
But then the handles.
What are you talking about? No, you can't.
Where do you put the handle on the other?
Oh, no, you can't do the handles.
Jesus, Rick. Turn your brain on, buddy.
No, because my mini fridge, my little small red one, we switched the door on it.
The one that you have now?
Yeah, it's the same as that one. I don't know how we did it. Maybe. Anyways,
yeah. Good
or maybe
beers.
it was the black one I fixed the fridge on.
This has been a blast.
Alyssa, you know how this goes because you actually listen to the podcast, which is lovely.
I have to.
Yeah. We have 2 questions we always ask every guest. The first, if there was a movie about your life, who would you want to star as you?
Miley Cyrus.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Miley Cyrus.
I used to think I was Miley. I actually dressed up as Hannah Montana all the time, and I performed at my grade 8 talent show. I sang Hannah Montana with a wig on and everything. I was like,
you suck at singing though.
Oh, I know. And I sang in front of 500 kids. I just have no shame. I don't really care. But I just
Good for you.
I just picture Alyssa like, I came here like a wreck.
You know that song? I love that song. It's so hype.
I just love her.
You know what movie got me into that song? The Night Before with Seth Rogen.
Yeah, and Josh Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah, and
he's
the
great.
black guy who plays the Falcon.
Winter Falcon.
Anthony
Winter
Mackie.
Soldier. No.
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
That's his name.
Great. That's a good one. That's
That
an
movie's
underrated.
funny.
That's an underrated Christmas movie.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
Yeah, I haven't seen The
Before.
Night Before. Do you watch comedies?
Yeah, but I don't really watch movies.
the night before and then Christmas party. What's the Christmas party with
The Night Before.
No, it's another Christmas party one.
Oh, with the guy from
funny guy.
Ozarks.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Office Christmas Party, something like that.
Yeah.
Those are 2 underrated funny movies that came out recently.
What the hell's the guy from Ozark?
Was Miley in any of these?
So Miley's in The Night Before.
Oh, okay.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's like favorite song is Wrecking Ball with Miley Cyrus or something, and she comes into the end of the movie. Watch it; it's really funny.
It's funny.
I just always have loved her, and I felt like my singing voice was like hers. It wasn't, but I felt like
but in your mind it was.
Yeah, I felt like I sounded the same as her. So
I love that answer. We've never had anything.
Yeah, Miley, and she's kind of like weird and like quirky on stage, and just like doesn't give a shit. So I feel like
Archie's like crazy.
Yeah, she's like
Can't
my
say
girl.
that.
Oh, sorry. She's
Can't
like.
say that, George. Canceling. You're judging someone you don't know.
But yeah,
Shit, you're right.
She'd be my girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
George, you wrap it up.
Second question. If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Probably. Well, I live by this now, so probably that. Trust the process. I think nothing's ever a straight line, especially in my life. That when things happen, take it with whatever value and knowledge you can gain from it and keep moving forward. I'm happy. I've always felt that way, but I feel like as a kid, I used to take things really personally and think everything was the end of the world, where just like things don't always go as smoothly as possible. But yeah, trust the process. You'll get there.
Cool.
I love that. Love it. Alyssa, if people want to find out more about you, what you're doing, your cooking show, where can they go? How can they find you?
YouTube at Alyssa Boston and Instagram at _Alyssa Boston.
Love that. And guys, if you've made it, guys and girls, sorry, got to be politically correct. If you made it to the end of this episode, people, sorry. If you made it to the end of this episode, we thank you very much. Please follow Alyssa, follow the pals, subscribe, go check out her cooking show on YouTube.
And drink Kingsville.
They do have a new delivery service coming out.
Yeah, it's with Profile Group. So if you go on Profile on Google, you can find out our delivery in the GTA area.
Perfect. And we'll definitely give, I think, our
best beer for summer, guys. I mean, best beer anytime, but summer's around the corner. Perfect for the cottage. Grab yourself a pack. We got a few in here.
There we go. And other than that, guys, thanks for listening. Signing off, guys. Cheers.
Shout out to Eco Power.
Later. Man, sorry. Yeah.